Hello, welcome back for more Umineko. And it chaos, hello. I hope you're doing well. And Blue Lightning, hello. I hope you're doing well as well. Welcome to Lock the Gma. I don't think we've not seen any murder for like 3 streams. Anyway, I feel my throat is better than usual, so maybe I can lead through this time. Yep. Let's continue. I forgot how to play this game. Not a game, but visual novel. Hear me? What happened last time? I should have checked the words first. I used the WASD to move. Cool. I wish I could. Oh, whoops. Did we skip? What am I? Wow, okay. That okay, wow, I seriously forgot how to navigate through this game. Cool. Okay, the Y button for this menu. Okay. A to select. Right. Okay. On screenshot doesn't. Wait, what? Oh! You're right. Oh no, what happened? Okay, the scarf is part of the experience. Yep. Also, thank you so much for telling me. Is it? Let's replay the entire game. Yeah, from episode 1. Why not? Yep. What happened? Why is it not working? Okay, I am slightly confused. I use StreamElement for this. It can't just fail me now. Awesome. Wow, we haven't even started. How nice. Oh, it's back. Yay! Okay, I hit refresh on OBS. Phew. What did I do? I hit the refresh button. I don't know why you need to do that. You don't need to do that before, but I should have checked when I started the stream actually, but I was preparing some water. Okay, let's continue. Hear me. My awareness began to return slowly. Okay, I'll drink. Water, I say. Nom. Strap in for story reading. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so apparently B button is hiding the thing. I hadn't been able to stand watching Aunt Losa and Madeone-chan's relationship and had run away from Beato and Oni-chan's game, and I pressed the wrong button. And had run away from Beato and Oni-chan's game, hadn't I? Did she? I mean, that's not what my understanding. I've got to go back. Use the left mouse button to shoot. Yep. Well, actually, you can. This is an emulator, but I think on Switch you have a touch screen, so you can like touch to continue. You've got to go back, kid. You've got to go back. Oh, wrong series. That's from Lost, by the way. I've got to go back, support Oni-chan, and quickly bring him back from this world and its crazy witch games. Because as long as I'm here, I'm not permitted to call myself AJ. Okay, John. You're now John. Suddenly, I felt someone's presence. Waifu! When I turned around, there stood Mammon. Oh yeah, they were... I think they were... keeping secrets about their real name. John Connor?
そろそろお戻りになられないとゲームの進行に差し支えるとベアトリーチェ様が仰せです。速やかにお戻りになられますようにお願い申し上げます。
We are returning to the game. Quotation mark game.
ありがとう。もう戻るわ。
よかったじゃないですか。
何が？
バトラお兄ちゃんに出会えて。
Okay, maybe I could make things a little bit louder.
Hiniku?
そう聞こえるなら、そういうことにしてもらってもいいですけど。
Why do you have to make that face? You were so cute.
ごめんなさい。言葉通りに受け取るべきね。ええ、そうよ。こんなおかしな世界であっても、お兄ちゃんに出会えて心底に嬉しいわ。
When we have non-safe with our characters, this the time of the game, right? Yeah, took us like what, 60 hours to get to the the hot sweat scene. Yep. I have to pay this fix.
そしてお兄ちゃんのためにベアトリーチェ様に打ち勝つ？
ええ、いつまでもこんな世界で遊ばれてちゃ困るもの。そろそろお家へ帰る時間なのよ。だから私が呼びに来たわ。
せいぜい頑張ってください。私、今の主はベアトリーチェ様ですので応援はできませんが。
What? Behind me? Ah, no way! Ah, you can't get me this time. There is no behind.
1986年10月5日まではあなたはベアトリーチェの家具よ。そしてやがては私の友人になるわ。
そしてやがてはその友人を捨てるわけですが。
Oh.
何しろ。
What? Are you gonna die? Mammon moaned as if she had bit her tongue, staggering as she crushed her chest. Why does it remind me of an anime where you can't, like, say something? Apparently, the rule applies to people other than me as well. Oh.
大丈夫？それ結構辛いわよ。
失礼しました。グレーテル様。
いいえ、ありがとう。
Was she gonna say some... Oops, wrong button. Which button is... Okay, there we go. It's X button. What did she say? Eventually... Okay. And eventually you throw that friend away after all. What, did she block her?
ありがとう。嬉しいわ。お兄ちゃんに出会えて。あなたの最初の問いへの答えよ。じゃあ、戻りましょう。私があまりぐずると、あなたが今の主人に怒られるわ。
はい。ご理解いただけて助かります。それではこっち。
Okay. Finish translation. Oh. Never mind. I was wrong. I'm sure Mammon had been about to say well then, this way. But she stopped dead as though the film had been torn off. It looked like she had suddenly frozen. But I noticed she wasn't the only one, only one that had frozen. Even the air and floating bits of dust had frozen in place. A word where it seemed like even time itself had frozen. Ah, Is this a JoJo reference? Yes. In December, what would usually happen just before Baron Casterlabs appeared? Sheer thing? I mean, technically, I would say so. But the atmosphere was different somehow. That I understood. It wasn't Baron Casterlabs. It was the other witch. It's a me, Dio.
調子はどうかしら、エンジェ。
ラムダデルタ、あなたにはルールの適用はないのね。
当たり前でしょ。ルールは他人を縛るためにあるのよ。
True.
自分をそれで縛るバカはいないわ。
Oh, very base. Coming from her. Wait, I'm all women. For I didn't say that. It was AJ. It was her. It was her who said that. Or think that. Yep. Baron Casterlabs is a witch who supports me, but this girl is different. The witch supports Beatrice. In other words, she's on the side of the enemy. Well, if Tales of Symphonia taught me anything, is that there's no permanent enemies and there's no permanent friends. Well, maybe there's a permanent friends, but there's some kind of difference between her and Beatrice. There's something elusive about Lambda Delta's existence and Baron Casterlabs as well. How should I put it? Maybe like they are beings from a higher dimension. Trust no one. Yep. Not even yourself. In any event, I'm still unsure about how to deal with her. The only thing that I'm certain about is that she is my enemy. No, just knowing that might be enough.
それで、私に何かご用？
まあね、あなたたちの会話に耳を傾けてたら、ちょっと面白い話になったんだね。
Yeah, probably should be a bit higher.
あなたにちょっといい話を聞かせてあげようと思って。
Something good you say. Tell me
あ
more.
なたは私の敵のはず。
Trusting yourself is the biggest mistake you can make, right? If you don't trust yourself, you will never make mistakes. Yep.
そのあなたが私に得する話を聞かせる理由が思いつかないわ。つまり耳を傾けた時点で負けということだわ。
But AJ, I'm not your enemy. Yep.
じゃあね。See you next time.
Why? Why would you have to do the English?
誤解しないで。私の相手はベルンであってあなたじゃないわ。
That doesn't help us.
つまり私とあなたが共に得をする話はあり得るということよ。
Ooh.
悪いけど
I don't know what that is.
私には聞く気がないわ。
That said, I probably won't be released from this frozen time until Lambda Delta is happy. So we're gonna stay with her for eternity. Cool. That itself might be proof that she's a higher dimensional being than me. I haven't been given the option of not listening to her. About the only thing I can do is strengthen my mental guard and try not to be shaken by anything she says. But I will be stirred. She'll probably either try to make me believe something disadvantageous to me or threaten me with a gun.
そんなに身構えなくてもいいってば。私はあなたの誤解を解きに来ただけよ。
You
い
mean?
え、ちょっと違う。ベルンカステルがあなたについた嘘を教えてあげようと思ってやってきたのよ。
Ah, she was fake news. I told you.
ベルンカステルが嘘？
Impossible. She can lie? No way. She with where's she? Where did she go? Anyway, with her face, he could lie to us.
あなたはベルンにベアトを倒せば兄が帰ってくるようなそんな言い方をされたんじゃないの？
Yeah, how does
さあ
that work?
あなたに話す気はないけど。
My Oni-chan coming home. I hadn't been promised anything that dreamlike. It was a promise with considerably low prospects where I could end up with maybe one person, and only if I was lucky. But that's enough for me. Since I was promised an eternity of isolation, this faint but still non-zero chance was like a blindingly bright beacon to me.
ある意味ベルンのその約束は嘘ではないわ。ベルンがそう約束したのならきっと、あなたがベアトを倒せば、バトラも両親も解放されて、あなたのところへ帰ってくる。
ブラサー。
何の問題もないじゃない。
本気で？
おお。
あの子は案外残酷よね。分かってて騙すなんて。
私がどう騙されてるというの
？Shoot, I've let her take the initiative. But I would be released until I lend an ear to her story. So just pretend that you're listening to her, but in your brain, you're like, Oni-chan, what should we do tomorrow? Let's have tea together, or something. So it's something I have to hear anyway. Do I know about the game Toho Project? I've seen some gameplay and some story, but I haven't played it myself. Haven't watched like a long playthrough as well. Even though I realized that I could be on the verge of falling into a trap, I urged her onwards.
今は何年？
2025? Oh, I mean, I actually don't remember. Is it 1986 in the game?
このゲーム版の世界のことならば、1986年10月4日よ。
Thank you, Kim.
その通り。ならば、あなたがベアトに打ち勝ったなら、台風が去った10月6日に島に囚われていた人々は帰還する。
1000 years old child. Maybe you are right.
1986年の10月6日にね。
Yeah, how does that work? I mean, it's in the past. Are they saying that they can alter the past?
だから何？
Like, I think there's only one way that NJ can get her family back by winning is that no one actually died. They just went, like, all of them, like, went into hiding somehow, and nobody met any one of them after the family conference. Like, that's no way.
あなたの1986年の10月6日はどうだった？親戚の家にいたんじゃなかったかしら？
I had been at the house of the only Sumadera my mother trusted, Grandpa. We got a call. While I was playing with building blocks in the tatami room, we got that call. After watching to see that I had remembered, Nabuda Deruta smiled unpleasantly and spoke.
ねえ。
Oh, I got a shiver there.
あなたの1986年10月6日にバトラお兄ちゃん帰ってきた？
That's creepy. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I wish she was a bit less creepy in delivering the fact. Even though I didn't understand what I was being told, I noticed an unpleasant sweat seeping out all over my face. You like her voice actor? Yeah, I like her voice actor as well. I think I like everyone voice actor in this game. They did their job so well. I don't understand. What is this witch saying?
いい？あなたがベアトを倒せばバトラは確かに解放されるわ。そしてお家へ帰るでしょうね。1986年のお家に。だってそうでしょ？バトラは1986年の10月4日から5日に閉じ込められてるんだもの。解放されたらその翌日に帰るのは当然でしょ？
We don't even know if he's dead. So
そしてあなたは1998年の人間、バトラが帰ってこなかった1998年の後ろ宮エンジェ。意味わかる？
Maybe.
何言ってるのあんたは。10月6日に家族が家に帰ってくるなら素敵じゃない。
Yeah, but they did not, so that's a problem, isn't it?
私はすぐにおじいちゃんの家から帰るわ。 そして私たちは出会う。めでたしめでたし。
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
後ろ宮園児は家族に再会できるでしょうね。1986年に6歳の後ろ宮園児はね。
Time paradox, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it has happened, and a person from the future is going to influence the past. That would be weird. But I think I get the lure of the game enough to find some loophole. But that's why I said maybe if no one died but managed to went into hiding from the public for like 10 years, then yeah, probably they're alive, I guess. But why would they do that? And how could they hide somewhere without getting discovered?
私って誰？
後ろ宮園児よ。18歳の。違うわ。後ろ宮園児じゃない。そういう名前の魔女の駒なのよ。厳密にはエンジェ・ベアトリーチェという名の全くの別人。
You think she's saying that there will be two angels or angel memories will be rewritten? Okay, so I think this is because for I get what you're saying, but one of the wow, this music is a bit loud to me. I'm sorry. One of the central mystery in this game is whether magic exists or not. So, in this like higher dimension, there's probably some magic involved. But the real world where Angel and the other people live is this kind of a mystery whether there's magic or not. So we can't rely on magic too much when we are forming theories. But yours is has a possibility, but since my position was staunchly anti-magic, so I kinda dismissed that entirely.
意味わかる？
I'm starting to think I don't. Huh? Who am I? Uh-oh. Huh?
だからベルンは残酷だなって思うの。
It hits me when I boot the game that I haven't played for so long. Who am I? What am I?
意地悪だなって思うのよね。そういう経験なくもないくせにね。
Oh, law.
私何か騙されてる。
Angel, no.
ああ、でもどうかベルンを責めないでね。
Wait, I thought Angel says that she knew that there's little probabilities, so why are you crying now?
だって考えようによってはあの子は嘘をついてない。ベアトを倒せば家族が帰ってくる。後ろ宮エンジェのところへ。でもその後ろ宮エンジェがあなたのことだとは言ってないだろうけどね。
Oh, so they went with the multiple word crew. Was it like that? Was it like that? What did Baron Casterlabs say to me again? There she is, with this face. She can never lie. Look at her dead eye, dead fish eye. She's the best person. Your assistance is needed. Your family needs it. Baron Casterlabs has started by saying that. Then I had responded, if I save them, does that mean my family will come back? And how had Baron Casterlabs answered that again? You have an excellent memory. I don't remember anything. I cannot promise that. That kid did promise me in exchange for accepting this fight. Yes, this is what she said. In exchange, I will search for the fragment with the ideal world that you wish for. The world where your family comes home. Yes, that's right. She only said she will search for it. She didn't say she would find it, but I've been prepared for that from the beginning. Yeah, we know. You said that 5 minutes ago. Even so, she did promise that as long as I didn't give up, there was a faint chance of it happening. And in the end, she said this. I'm giving you a chance for revenge. In exchange, I promise to find and bring you the happiest resolution that is possible for you to receive. Hear me?
初めから辛い賭けになることは承知よ。だって私の1998年には家族はいない。絶対のゼロが揺らぐわずかの可能性と引き換えなら、私にはそれだけで価値がある。仮に復讐を成し遂げても徒労になるかもしれないと事前だから。
その部分に嘘はないわね。ベアとのゲーム版は完璧よ。あんたが立ち回ったところでベアとが敗北する可能性なんて生涯に一度のみ夢見ることを許されるかどうかくらいほんのわずか。
Okay, well, time to bring in more friends then. Can we bring in the why don't they bring in Amakusa with her? Two heads are better than one, right? You know what? Bring him too. Yeah, bring him back. You know what? Bring her too. Why not bring him as well? Yeah.
つまり限りなくゼロとみなせるほどに絶対にその勝率はほとんどゼロ。
Yeah, bring in everyone. Yeah.
だからベルンがそういうお茶を濁した言い方になるのは仕方がない。でもあなたに夢を持たせた点についてだけは騙してると言い切れるわ。
I don't just. Okay, I think in that scene when I see it the first time, that's what I understood. Like, she never promised that she would bring her family back, and I thought that NK would understand that. Okay, I did not expect this to happen.
だって天文学的な確率を乗り越えてあんたが勝利できたとしても家族が帰ってくるのはあんたのところじゃない。この1986年に存在する6歳の正しい後ろ宮エンジェのところへよ。
I'm sure she will be very happy. Yep.
あんたのところにじゃない。ベルンはそれでも100億のかけらをめぐりあんたに一番マシな世界を探すでしょうね。
Well, I mean, if she's good enough to do that for us, then good for her.
そしてその彼女が言ったんじゃないの。手土産に持参するつもりだが見つけられなかったと。
What did she? I don't remember.
言ったわ。
NK, no.
そろそろ気づいてきた。あんたこの戦いにご褒美が用意されてないのよ。いえ、それどころかベアと打ち破ればゲーム版は消え去る。そしてその駒であるあんたも消え去る。
Okay, so she wants NK to stall so that she can be with her Oni-chan forever.
あんたに享受できるゴールは完全にいいえ。私の名において宣言するわ。この絶対の魔女ラムダデルタの名において絶対にないと宣言する。
But she's a miracle, the Baron Casterlabs guy.
そんな。
それがペルンの嘘よ。煙に巻いたと言うべき。あんたに救いがあるかのように誤解させた。私はそれを解きに来たのよ。
No, don't believe her.
私はどう戦いどう勝利を収めようとも私のところに家族は帰ってこないの。
But the only thing that matters if you have fun. Yep.
ええ、帰ってこない。絶対に。
Little brat.
絶対の魔女が絶対にって言ってるの。これってすごいこと
Oh my
よ。
god.
私に絶対が与えられたくて歴史的建造物を捧げた古代の王たちが何人もいたのに。
Wait, really? Where?
私はそれを気前よくあんたにはプレゼントしちゃうの。これってばとっても素敵でキュートでマーベラスなことなのよ。あ つだけいい提案があるの。
Not good. I'm getting completely swept up. I knew I shouldn't have listened, and now the witch Nambraderuta is starting to suck me in. My eyes!
私の相手はベルンであってあんたじゃない。私とあなたが共に得をする話はあり得るとさっき言ったはずよ。最初から私はそういう話をすると言っているわ。だから耳を貸しなさい。
Wow, it took so long just to get to the point. Cool.
貸すしかないのよ。あん
Oops, sorry.
聞いてやるわよ。
Waifu,
いいんでしょ
no. I finally lost control over my emotions and exploded from the inside. I don't have a clue anymore. I believe that I was NJ. Yeah, shut up! No, I can't. It's a visual novel. But at some point, I stopped being NJ. That's right. I'm NJ in capital letters, not NJ. Who am I? I'm not my parents' daughter, nor my brother's little sister. I'm just a piece in a vicious game.
そこまで悲観することはないわ。
She can lead minds?
だってよく考えて。今あんたはバトラお兄ちゃんに出会えているわ。確かに自らの名を名乗ることはできないけれど。
She is ANJE. ふめ？
それでも少なくとも魔女と戦うゲームの味方同士という位置にいて、いつまでも永遠に一緒にいることができる。
Yeah, you can hack, you can cut his heads, you can do stuff. Yep, yep.
意味わかる？
Frustratingly, I do. In other words, as long as Oni-chan keeps English getting a draw in this game, it will be repeated forever. Altered US genetic experiment. Wow, I can't believe you came up with that. Continuing to draw means the game will continue for eternity, and it means that I, a game piece, can remain with Oni-chan. But if Oni-chan wins, or else loses, and the curtain closes on the game.
駒であるあんたは消える。
No.
ゲームの駒の幸せは何？ゲームで遊んでもらうことだけよ。押し入れにしまわれて埃をかぶることじゃないわ。そうでしょ？
In the past, the seven sisters of Purgatory said it as well. Furniture's happiness is being used, not being stored away. That's right. I am now the witch's furniture. Brought to you by IKEA.
話を少し変えるわね。実は私、このゲーム永遠に引き分け続けてほしいと思ってるの。
Ah, because you wanna be with Baron Casterlabs as well. How nice.
終わらないゲームは永遠の終わり。
Why don't they just do like a double date or something?
ベルンを今度こそ屈服させる未来永劫に開かれることのない絶対に必要。
Oh, what a nice share. Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to... I don't know what do I need to do, but I think you heard the cackle noises. So if there's more of them, then I will try to restart the game.
ベアとはね、一応は勝つ気があるの。バトラを屈服させるという勝利ね。でもね、実はそれも私には困るのよ。だってゲームが終わっちゃったら密室が崩れてしまうもの。だから私、バトラが屈服することだけはないように、
Oh, you thought
あ
it
る
was
程
your
度の
luck.
手心は加えてるの。
No, it was me. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
安心して。バトラが屈服しかけると、私は彼の味方になったりもしてるのよ。ただね、どうもベアとのやつ、それにうすうす気づき出してる気がする。このゲームに自分の勝ちは永遠にないんじゃないかって気づき始めてる気がする。
Thank you for the drink redeems.
でもそこはさすが無限の魔女。ベアとはバカだから、それでもいつかきっと勝てる。
There's a big smoke for my PC. No.
それまで延々と無限にゲームを繰り返せばいいと楽観してるわ。
Not the magic smoke.
金 髪の女は大抵考えが足りないって決まってるものよ。
What? What? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Those who have glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's what I've been told before.
この魔女のゲームには勝利も敗北もないってことなの？
私が勝たせない。そして負かせない。
Wow, that's respect.
絶対に。ベルンはそれに気づいてる。
Oh.
そしてそれを破るために最も強力な駒としてあんたを見つけ送り込んできた。このゲームを終わらせるためにね。
このゲームを終わらせる？
But next time, bring in his father or something.
終われば駒の役目ははっきり断言する。あんたは存在が矛盾してるのよ。自らの存在理由が自らを闇に葬り絶望するため。
My goal is to defeat Beato and release my captive family. And yet, even if I succeed, I won't be rewarded.
負けられない。そして勝っても報われない。だから私は第3の選択肢をあなたに持ってきたの。そしてその選択肢は私とあなたの利害を一致させるわ。
Continuing the draw forever.
そう。永遠に引き分け続ける限りこの世界は崩壊しない。この世界は何？魔女とのゲームの世界。ベアトとバトラが永遠に戦い続ける世界。
Just make a new world then, like a what's it called? Oh, I don't remember the Minecraft creative mode. Yeah, do that. Yeah.
そして同時にあなたが永遠にバトラと一緒にいられる世界なのよ。
Waifu. My brain turned to mush. I could feel chaos pouring from my eyes as a hot liquid. Oh, that's here, see? The heat of it felt like it was going to burn my face. Oh my god!
エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ、ゲームを終わらせあなたとバトラの交流できる世界を終わらせようとするのが目的のベルンカステルにあの子はあんたを騙してたのよ。自分の駒になればあんたが救われるかのようにごまかしてね。でも私はそこをごまかさない。だから言うわ、エンジェ。
Why do we trust her again? Why do we trust this woman?
私の駒になりなさい。私はベルンのように絶対にもらえない嘘のご褒美なんてちらつかせないわ。
Oh, she's like the monk in Age of Empire 1. She's gonna wallow me to her side. Cool.
私の駒となり、このゲームが絶対に終わらないように私に協力する限り。
Is she telling the same thing for 10 minutes now? Absolutely, you are right, and that's why this visual novel never ends. Thank you, 7th expansion, for the never-ending visual novel.
私はあんたにこの世界が絶対に続くことを我が名において絶対に約束する。それだけじゃないわ。ボーナスもつけてあげる。
Bonus, you say?
あなたに課せられているルール、それを取り払ってあげるわ。
Oh.
まあもちろん私の駒になると誓ってもらった後にだけどね。
Okay, well, can you just swear to become her piece and then betray her later, a la Tears of Symphonia? My throat made a heavy, loud, gulping sound. I should have listened. If I hadn't listened, I could have remained an innocent little sister praying for her brother's victory. But I might be different now. I might have degraded into a witch's furniture. That was hard. Satisfied merely to be by Oni-chan's side.
兄を裏切れと言ってるわけじゃないんだからね。バトラが負けそうになったら全力で助ければいい。逆にバトラがペアと追い詰めすぎたら少し加減を変えてあげてほしいと。その程度のお願いをしてるのよ。
That kinda betraying, don't you think?
大丈夫。バトラを裏切るほどの必要はないわ。
You think you saw that part on some... Ah.
バトラ一人じゃベアトには勝てない。だからベルンはあんたを送り込んだんでしょ。あんたが手を貸さない限りバトラは永遠にベアトには勝てない。
You know what? Bring his dead mother to help him too. Why not?
とっても簡単でしょ。
Oh, it never ends. Oh, finally it ends. It never ends. We're gonna have to hear her laugh for eternity.
ちょっと。
Wait, we're not back into the mystery?
それ私の。
I mean, they're cute, so...
返して。
She broke my skin. My new one. I think she broke your screen as well. She broke everyone's screens.
やだやだ。私が食べるの。
Ah, they're so cute.
アスモパス。
Piece of basketball.
レビアお姉様、こっちこっち。
She broke skins too. I miss screen. It's hard to pronounce. I wonder where they swept it from. They were fighting over a donut or something, playing around really loudly.
エンジェ様は読書をなさってるのよ。少しは静かにできないの？
Oh, so you're saying that NK isn't focused on leading, she's focused on maintaining her imaginary friends. Cool.
そう言ってるサタンが一番うるさいのよ。沈黙なさい。この愚昧が。
ルシファーお姉様の方がうるさいです。文句が終わり？
By now, I was used to the fights between the eldest and the third eldest sister. Who's the second eldest sister? I don't remember. It's a bit funny how they are both a little hesitant, even though they are so quick to anger. They might be surprisingly similar. They're the same to me.
賑やかにしていろとの仰せでしたが、これではさすがに少しボリュームを下げさせますか？
Is this Slice of Life with all demons? I think there's a manga that has this plot before. Who of them do I want to date? All of them, please. Although if you ask for my favorites, wrong button. Probably. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I guess I can only tell you the least favorite. Oh, I can't choose. Okay, well, I left them all equally. There we go. Harem loot.
気にしないで騒いでてくれていいわ。教室の黄色い笑い声より。
エンジ様、早く次のページ。エンジ様は読むのが遅い。
You know what? I used to do this when I was a child. I imagine someone is leading with me. Makes leading before exams way better experience.
マモンは読書が好きなの？地味なことが一番苦手そうに見えるのにね。
マモンが司るのは強欲、知識欲にもそれは通じます。
How enviable.
ただし、独占したがるので、本を与えると人に読ませまいと読書後に焼いてしまうこともあるのでご注意を。
Ooh, what an evil woman.
私は誰も知らないことを私だけが知っているのが好き。誰もできないことを私だけができるのが好き。だから勉強は好き。私だけが誰も知らない英知を独り占めしたいから。
As Maman said that, her eyes sparkling. She stared transfixed at the open page, reading through it again. You could see the greed that made her even more intent than me on devouring that page. Yeah, we understood. Continue, please. Yeah, I need the mystery. As you can see, my magical power was now much stronger compared to the first day I summoned them. I was now at the point where I could summon all the 7 sisters of Purgatory at once and still calmly read a book like this. This place, although I couldn't recall where it was a quiet and calm street side bench. The reason that I couldn't remember the location of this place was at the time I visited it, I was very young. Still, I remember the day we'd walked here and how much fun it was. Mom, Dad, and even Oni-chan had been there. It was a memory of a very rare and a very happy day when all the family had actually been together. The people walking by every once in a while weren't noticing me. They were just presently ignoring me and passing by as normal. I wasn't even the slightest bit embarrassed by the 7 sisters' shameless outfits, because it wasn't like they were actually being seen by anyone. In fact, I'd gotten pretty used to them, just so long as they didn't make me wear one. I was sitting on a stylish bench, memorizing a timeline for world history. Oh god. It was hell when I have to do that. In an academy system where everything is based on collective responsibility, there's no tolerance for dunces, I don't know. I really hate the collective, what is it called? Whoop, wrong button. Collective responsibility, like, why me? I did nothing! It seemed that I was lowering the average grade for the class considerably. According to those extremely intellectual girls, if I alone improved my grade, the average would rise drastically. Wow, okay. Savage. They had been kind enough to show me with a graph drawn with colorful pens on a B4 sheet of drawing paper. Amazingly savage. Just thinking of the effort it must have taken to draw that was nauseating. Statistic, am I right? But I'd already spat out all of those complaints. I'd already used those girls to vent off my furious anger and sadness. The 7 sisters were sometimes, outraged, sometimes compassionate, and sometimes shared in my sorrows. They're so cute. I was truly happy to have friends with whom I could share those emotions. It's said that they were originally furniture that existed to carry out Beatrice's cruel sacrificial ritual. If the sickening occult message bottle was to be believed, it seemed that several among them even attacked my family. Yeah, little do you know. But I didn't believe that, and it would be pointless to question them about it. They're furniture, so all they do is respond to their master's requests. Brought to you by IKEA. Even if they really had attacked my family, I couldn't hate them. The one I really hated was the Golden Beach, Beatrice. Or else the one at the very center of the Lokenjima suspicion, Aunt Ava.
エンジ様、早く次のページ。
ごめん。疲れたわ。少し休憩させて。エン
ジ様、休憩だって。遊ぼう遊ぼう。
What?
エンジ様、遊ぼう。
Play what? With imaginary friends? When they noticed that I had interrupted my studying, the most energetic younger sisters scattered around me. That wasn't all. Oh, it's a little devil child. Even Marione-chan and Sakutaro showed themselves. They had probably been very close by, but they must have hid themselves so that they didn't interrupt my studying.
エンジ、お勉強どう？お勉強どう？
We understood nothing.
サク太郎、元気？
ちょっと私にもモフモフさせて。早い者勝ちだっていつも言ってるでしょ。かわいいかわいい。
ウキュー。
れちゃうよ。
Is she having
話
me,
は
not
が揃っ
him?
てる時に現れたのが運の尽きだ。
What the? What are you saying?
おとなしくモフモフされてもらおう。
It feels like the ending of Evangelion. I haven't watched that, so I don't know. Well, hopefully it's a actual harem. Then maybe I'll watch that.
もういっつもこんなにしてしまって、愚昧な姉と妹どもは申し訳ありません。
I apologize on behalf of my sisters. Can I mohu him as well?
サク太郎もみんなに会えて喜んでるよ。どうエンジェ、お勉強の調子は。
ありがとう。まあそこそこには。ご丁寧にも他のクラスで先にあった小テストのプリントが回してもらえたの。麗しい連帯感に涙が出るわ。とりあえず年表を頭に入れるだけでもまあ多少はマシかしら。
ウリュウ、エンジェお勉強偉い。いっぱい点数取れるよ。ウリュウ、お疲れ様。マリア、お勉強は全然ダメだったから、ちゃんと勉強すれば点数が取れるエンジェが羨ましいよ。
Have I played Necopala? I played, but not on stream. So they're cute.
ご冗談を。
I wish they're rabbits and people.
英語、ラテン語、オカルトの知識。そんなのを丸暗記できてるお姉ちゃんの方がよっぽどすごいわ。
マリアは魔法のお勉強は何でも覚えられるけど、つまんないお勉強は何も覚えられない。だからテストでも何も役に立たない。
確かにオカルトの知識はどうかと思うけど、英語なんかは成績に結びつくんじゃない？
小学校1年生の時、国語のテストで鉄砲のイラストの脇に四角が4マスあって、そこに名前を書きなさいって問題があった。
What? A gun? And first quest? Write its name in the first quest. Oh, you mean the Teppo, which means a gun? I guess.
ライフルって書いたら×だった。
All seven.
どうして？合ってるじゃない。
鉄砲が正解だって。
There we go.
カタカナは小学1年生では習わないからダメだと言われた。
Oh. Oh, really? I thought they would learn like katakana as soon as hiragana. Okay. Wait, what if... What she wrote? Two? Oh, okay, so that wouldn't fit like 4 squares. Oh,
マ
well.
リアはよくわからないから、その日以来テストでは全てひらがなで書くようにしたよ。でもなぜかママには怒られる。
What?
先生にも怒られる。
Oh, did she... did she wrote life in hiragana? That would be... weird.
お姉ちゃんは多分生まれる国を間違えたわ。
ならマリア、魔女の国に生まれて魔法学校に入りたかった。
Harry Potter, by the way.
そうしたらもっともっと素敵な魔法の友達がいっぱいいたかもね。うりゅう。でも別に今は何も気にしてないよ。だって魔法はいっぱい使えるし、魔法のお友達もたくさんいる。マリアにはサク太郎がいれば十分だもの。僕だけじゃないよ。サクスケもサク吉も動物の音楽隊もアザラシの下田くんもウサギのサナエさんも小豚のピゴーくんも他にもいっぱい。
Rabbit, you say? Where's she? Or he? That's fine too. Incredible. Oni-chan's friends just keep increasing in number. Every time I ask, the list of her friends' names grows longer. But she's in your head, so that's weird. But there's no doubt that Sakutaro is her best friend. I'm a little jealous of her for having such a close friend.
どう？七姉妹は仲良くやれてる？
本当に賑やかな姉妹たちよ。たまに物騒なことを言い出すけど悪くないわ。 本当はサク太郎みたいな可愛い子が良かったんだけど、今は彼女たちと一緒でも十分いいかなって思って。
もっと私の原初の魔法を学んだなら、きっとエンジェの好みの友達を生み出せるようにもなるよ。今のエンジェに想像はまだちょっと難しいね。
想像と召喚は違う。そして反言もまた違う。
やっぱり一番の願いは家族を蘇らせること。
うん、よりしろは持ってるよ。
Whistle? What? Shut everyone up. Yeah, the story must flows.
これ
We wanna go back to the mystery, メコンマン。
そうだね。その髪飾りならいつかきっとバトラを呼び出す鍵になるよ。
Like all this better pay off later, or I'll be so mad.
あとはエンジェの修行次第だね。
それがいつまでかかるのかわからないのが泣けるけれども。
ウリュウ、辛くてもしっかりエンジェが諦めなければ絶対にいつか叶うよ。
絶対に叶うという保証を誰かがくれたなら、きっと心も休まるでしょうにね。
ウリュウなら僕が保証する。
You mean nothing to me.
エンジェはいつかきっと必ず願いを叶えられるよ。
When am I getting paid for lines of text? I wish. Yeah, they should pay me. I'm a voice actor. Yep. I voice acted Tears of Symphonia, damn it.
気休めでも嬉しいわ。
気休めじゃないよ、ウリュウ。ダメだよ、エンジェ。そういう感情は半魔法の毒素になるよ。夢は必ず叶うって気持ちが一番よく芽吹く魔力の種なんだよ。
そうね。ごめんなさい、お師匠様。
エンジェ様は少し強欲さが足りないのよ。欲しいもののためにはどこまでも。手に入れるまで絶対に諦めないという根性が足りない。
ウリュウ、そんなことないよ。エンジェは頑張ってるよ。
Yeah, fight.
サク太郎、マモン、泣き言なんて何の足しにもならないもんね。私にはただ頑張るしか道はないのよ。努力するわ。
Where is
歯を
this
食い
going?
しばってね。そして必ず夢を叶えるわ。絶対に。
ウリュウ、エンジェ偉いよ。頑張ろう。
Don't let dreams be
僕もママを
dreams.
応援する。
ええ、応援します。主が強欲であればあるほど私たちの価値も上がるというもの。
それよりエンジェ様、せっかく10人も集まったんだし、
Football?
みんなでしりとりでもして遊ぼうって提案がありまして、
That works too.
負けたら罰ゲーム。私に耳をかじらせて。
もうあんたの頭には食欲以外ないの？
Nom nom
不
nom.
マイどもの愚かな提案をお許しください。そろそろ勉強に戻られなくても大丈夫ですか？
やだやだやだ、ずっとお勉強終わるの待ってたのに遊んでもらえないなんてやだ。
悪くない提案と思います。たまには遊ぶのも頭の良い柔軟になるかと。
ベルフェが司るのはダイダだっけ？もっともらしいことを言ってるけど、うまいことを言ってるわね。
失礼しました。エンジェ様は勤勉でおられる。
エンジェさえ良ければ私もみんなと遊びたいな。みんなでワイワイ、きっと楽しい。
So she's gonna play word games with herself.
遊ぼう遊ぼう。みんなでしりとりをやろう。
Imagine if there's mini games in this section.
ではサク太郎のウリュウからスタートで、この場合何からになるの？リュ？
Oh.
ユ？
ウリュウから？はあ、
How does that
なん
work?
だろうね。やっぱりリュウ？
こんなおかしな語尾の単語が出てくるなんてめったにないし。
じゃあ私が一番。リュッから行くね。
Whom?
時計のネジのリューズ。
私が一番に言いたかったのに。リュウトの方
が素敵。
なんだかさっきから難しいのばっかりね。というか順番どうなってるの？次は誰？
ウリュウ。誰でもいいと思うよ。思いついた人順でいいよ。
Oh, what a
何
nice
それ、
game.
面白いね。いっぱい言えた人が勝ち？
That
早
was
口
too.
しりとりだね。
It's a
じゃあ
speeches.
私行くね。ズッキーニ、ニンニク炒め、メカブナパス
Whoa. Whoa, she went combo on
タ。美
them.
味しそう。あ、3つもいっちゃった。
That's
ベル
cheating.
ゼ3点獲得。
That works.
接続詞はありなのか？
のがありになったら何でもありになっちゃうわ。
True.
最後のはダメよ。
Yeah.
1点減点。目からよ。
じゃあマリアね。メレン
Was it all food?
ゲ。うりゅう。
What, really?
下水道埋め立て地地下室。ざっとこんな感じ？
お姉様、なんだか品のない単語ばっか
何よ。
Got him.
じゃあ品のいい単語で続けてみなさいよ。とにかく私3点ね。次はつよ。つ。
こんな変なしりとり初めて。面白い。うりゅう。全然わかんないけど面白い。うりゅ
Yeah,
う。
me too. I'd played normal shiritori before, but this kind of weird shiritori was a new experience for me. The seven sisters, who would be lively enough just on their own, Marione-chan, Sakataro, and me. I was now surrounded by friends that were just so fun. The courage to accept a word of magic, a word of witches. That alone couldn't change the fact that I was locked up in an academy. At the end, yeah, you wish. You know what? I wish it's the end. Without a single friend in my class, happily ever after, the end, finito. But I was having such a fun and merry time regardless. I'll become a witch like Marione-chan. Okay, based on their happy time, it's like a lure of writing that absolute worst things is going to happen in the next scene or something, or like next 3 or 4 scenes. And someday I'll add my family to this happy circle. Mom, Dad, and Oni-chan. If possible, Georgie Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan too. It's like something wrong. Yeah. And my alternatives, I'll call everyone here without a single person missing, and we'll all be gathered together.
それが私の夢。そうよ。私はそれを叶えるまで絶対にくじけない。
エンジ様はきっと大魔女になられます。あなたがそうだと信じるだけで。
I mean, she inherited one of the richest family in Japan, so she could just invest in AI and VRs. Like, there's so many ways to deal with the grief. Do I know the game of Sayano Uta? Would it surprise you if I say yes? I've seen someone played it. Well, read it, more like. Not to the end. I think not even halfway, I think. I think I did see enough of the not so normal scene. Let's say that because I don't wanna spoil for other people.
我ら煉獄の七姉妹はその日まで常におそばにお仕えするでしょう。
いてくれる？いつまでも私の力になってくれる？
当然。だって私エンジェ様の友達じゃないですか。
I don't wanna read Sayano Uta on my own because it seems like a horror visual novel, and well, you know me, I don't do well with horrors.
そうね。
But I like seeing people playing or reading hers.
常に全員揃ってみんなで遊びましょう。今もこれからもずっとずっと。
Yeah, forever. Happy
園
together.
児様が夢を叶えられる日まで。
Is she going to be shot in the head in the next scene? I'm so scared. The lively 10-person game of Shiritori. You try to read it, but true up? Wow, okay. Maybe I shouldn't watch the playthrough to the finish then. But you will finish it one day. What's the English word is? I'll share on you. Hey, not literally true up. Okay. Phew. Thank God. Cut off from time alongside the street, under the forever bright warmth of the sun continued without end. It never ends. What the?
マジほんと。どういうわけ後ろ宮さん。
Okay, here comes the falling down the cliff part of the emotion. Thanks, game. Visual novel. In the end, I wasn't able to make a very good grade on my test. I had thought I'd memorize things in my own way, but if you could manage anything by cramming all night like that, no one would worry about
あ
tests.
らかじめ問題が分かってたら普通楽勝じゃない？楽勝。
さすが
Finally,
の
Prod.
私たちも
I hope so.
空欄に答えまでは書き込みませんでしたわ。その程度はお勉強してくれると信じてましたから。
何これ。
Oh my
ちょっ
god.
とマジこれ信じらんない。ほとんどダメじゃない。
Wow, that's
あんた
amazing.
本当にちゃんと予習したわけ？
So she got distracted then.
一応ってレベルじゃありませんことよ。後ろ宮さん。ここまでひどいと私めまいすらしそうですわよ。
But calm down, her entire family died. You can't be like this.
お神よ。
Oh Lord.
こんな簡単なテストすら無残な成績を残し、クラス全体の平均点をガタ落ちさせる彼女をどうかお許しください。
Okay, my school, I've been to a lot of schools. They never care about the average score for a class. Like no one cares. I think no one like took note of the average score of the class. Like why would you do that? A lot of school. Well, I do move a lot because we move houses and we change schools or something. So funny. The same test had been given to another class first. They had managed to get hold of the test paper, so the average score for this test was unusually high. Enough to obscure my slight improvement. However, there were some things that I couldn't make an excuse for. If I had spent the entire day studying like mad, I might have been able to get a slightly higher score. Slightly, you say. But I hadn't gone that far. After all, after that on that day, that's a weird sentence. I had spent the time having fun playing Shiritori with the seven sisters, Sakutaro and Onechan. Wait. Are you telling me that that day is the day before the test day? What was she doing before? As expected, the winner had been Mario Onechan. Thanks, game, for telling me the final score. Weird that sentence is. She had been a strong player because of her various bits of random knowledge. even though she's your imaginary friends. Sakataro had gotten the penalty. He had spent the whole time cheering for everyone else's answers and had completely forgotten to think of any himself. Because of that, he got dogpiled by the seven sisters and had his ears totally nibbled. Didn't he? Haven't seen that word for a while.
ねえ、聞いてる、白宮さん。
she just peaced out in her mind. They were surrounding me, twittering like small birds. Twitter, you say? Annoying, smelly. Smelly? What are they stinky? Ew. They didn't take shower, apparently. On the outside of the circle was Mammon, a weary expression on her face.
相変わらずおかしな学校ね。自分の成績が良かったなら万々歳じゃないの？
What is this? Prison school?
連帯責任とやらのせいでしょ。彼女らにとって自分のクラスの平均点が低くて恥ずかしい方が問題なのよ。
Who cares?
あるいはその結果、罰則として与えられる奉仕活動が嫌で仕方ないのかもしれない。
Really? What kind of hellish school is this?
それってつまり成績を良くしたいから勉強してるとかじゃなくて。
What is this? Military school?
連帯責任や奉仕活動が嫌だから勉強してるって意味？
妬ましくて恥ずかしいのよ。誰かより劣りたくない。恥ずかしめられたくない。そんな気持ちだけが彼女らを勉強に駆り立ててる。
And this is a rich person school? It's so strange.
勉強がしたければ勝手にすればいいのに。さあ。
Oops, sorry.
つまるところ、連帯責任も奉仕活動もなければ、彼女らは勉強などする気もないわけだ。
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Like, so you're not studying in pursuit of knowledge? What a shameful display.
勉強の意味も知らず勉強することの、なんと愚かしいことか。
True! Yep. Sasuga waifu.
しかし、本当にこいつらはうるさくてバカバカしい。
Yeah, kill them. I mean, bonk them, gently, mind you.
エンジェ様の貴重な昼の一時を邪魔するなと言うのに。
こいつら嫌い。早くどっか行っちゃえ。お腹すいた。早く消えちゃえ。
Yeah, fight.
ごめんね、みんな。人間ってのはどうしてここまで浅ましいのかしらね。
自分で努力するより園児様に努力させる方が楽で強欲に平均点を稼げるってことでしょ。人間なんてみんな強欲、そしてより楽なようにそれを強いる。こいつらとはやがて煉獄の山で再会するわ。
Oh, whoa. Okay, playing the long games. Respect.
第五感を抜けるときはせいぜい己が足元に注意することね。
You're gonna push her down the stairs. Mammon controls the fifth terrace of the mountain that leads to paradise, Mount Purgatory. Given that she herself was promising them this, we can probably be sure that after those girls die, their journey to heaven will not be an easy one. No, in fact, why don't they just go to hell? Ooh. Okay. The class committee had applied to the student council to use a classroom during lunch and after school. The purpose of use was for a class study group, a wonderful little gathering so they can all collect around me and make me study. I'm overjoyed! Hooray! Which meant that every day I would have all of my lunch and 3 hours of my afternoon stolen away from me. The Academy and its student council, with its motto of student self-government, I'm a bit confused by this sentence apparently, applied to the student. The class committee had applied to the student. So her friends go ask the council to use the classroom. Okay, I got it. Okay. Instantly approved of this present activity that the students were taking up of their own initiative. In other words, I would no be longer finished translation, able to escape after school by leaving the classroom. After school, the first class study group meeting started right away. Would they open a textbook, then kindly and carefully explain so that even I could understand it? Yeah, in your dreams. Of course, it was nothing like that naive fantasy. What are they going to do? After school in the classroom, around a dozen of my classmates crowded around my desk. Why do they have so much free time? I don't have that much free time. Back in the day. Studying bong with the encyclopedia. First, before we started studying, why were my grades so bad? What was the reason? It was decided that we couldn't start until I could clearly answer those questions, become aware of the problem, and show remorse for my actions. Of course, there was no way I had an answer to a question like that. They had avoided me like the plague up until now, and they had rejected me and kept me at a distance so as not to include me in their communities. So I had been avoiding their communities myself. There shouldn't have been any conflict between us that way. So even when they formed this community intent on raising the class average, I obviously kept well away from it. Even if I had tried to join in, they would probably have ignored me just like they had always done in the past.
言ってくれれば私たちいくらでも教えてあげたよ。
Yeah, you always say that. I hate this kind of people so much. Like we know that you wouldn't, but now that it's like this, you're gonna do that. You're gonna say that. God, I wish they step on a Lego. Nah. Oh God, somebody bong him. Such enthusiasm. I had enough of their ex post facto. What does that mean? Pretenses of charlatan.
後宮さんの悪いところはね、協調性がないところなのよ。自分さえ良ければいいって思ってる。その考えがいけないのよ。
What says the one who avoided her first?
セントルチーアの学び屋に集う者は協調の心を持つように。ちゃんと生徒手帳にも明記されてましてよ。協調性があれば。
I know that they never cared about the handbook before.
クラス全体に貢献するために一緒にお勉強しようという意思も生まれると思うの。そここそが後宮さんにお勉強以前に欠けている部分だと思うんだけど、ねえ、さっきから私たちの話を聞いてる？
I mean, her word is so evil that I couldn't listen.
あなたのために私たちはわざわざ放課後に残ってこうしてお話ししているのよ。
Is this gonna... yeah, shut up! This gonna go on for like 3 hours? Well, I mean, in-game hour. The tears of gratitude are pouring down. Of course, they didn't like that. This way, it almost makes it in lieu hours. Why not? It almost makes it look like we are bullying you. They scolded me. Yep, says the one who's bullying someone. Fortunately, I'm normally all cried out anyway. If I'm told not to cry, I can hold it back. First, I was to write a letter of remorse and read it out loud. Of course, they're meant today. The class president politely applied to the student council and the staff room for an extension on the use of the classroom. Apparently, it was accepted right away, which meant that starting now, I would be forced into self-criticism here for at least a full 5 hours? Wait, what? What is their normal schedule? What, do they like finish school at 1 p.m.? Like, what's going on? I, Ushinomiya NJ, caused trouble for my classmates by getting a low score on my test.
違うでしょ。成績が低くて迷惑をかけたってのは根本じゃないでしょ。
協調性でしょ、協調性。
もうなんで後宮さんの反省文の書き方まで私たちが指導しなくちゃならないのよ。
Please someone let this end. Oops, sorry, I forgot to read. The abusive tears flew about one after another. I followed their guidance and put the eraser to it. I, Ushinomiya NJ, caused trouble for my classmates by not having a cooperative attitude. Kyojose or whatever it says.
ねえちょっと、私たちが言ったのをそのまま書いても意味ないのよ。
Okay. Tomorrow, buy some guns and there.
あんた反省って意味分かってんの？
自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ意味がないじゃない。自分の言葉で書かなくちゃ。
後宮さんってちょっと不思議な子だなって思ってたけど。
Okay,
やっぱり変わってるよね。
I love the voice acting so much. And I love the writing very much. Like I'm actually feeling emotions right now. It's not a way out, but it's a way in. Into the prison. Even following their guidance didn't change the tears much. In fact, now it felt like they were mocking me more as well. In this way, over the following several hours, without rest, without being allowed English, to go to the bathroom. Pee on them! Yeah, show them! Sorry. Of course, without being permitted to have dinner, and while being continuously insulted, I was coerced into writing a document which humiliated myself. When will this gonna end? It's as much as a torture. Oh! And as it passed 9 p.m? At night, I was told to stand up and read it aloud. What? Huh? Wow, these girls have too much free time, I shall say. Maybe they need some volunteer works. Yeah. The contents were smeared black with tears and eraser marks. It certainly was my handwriting, but it was like a list of soulless letters whose contents I couldn't even remember. Everything had been copied down according to their guidance. So while I had been the one to write the letters, they were my words. You would say straight into heaven more than a prison. Well, I thought we were gonna shoot them, not ourselves. I was surprised to find that even after all this time, in addition to ignoring someone and hiding their things, there were still other ways like this to bury people.
ほら早く読み上げなさいよ。後宮さんのためにこれだけの人間がこんなに遅くまで付き合ってるのよ。少しは感謝したら？
I mean, you could go home.
そこで感謝の気持ちが湧かないという時点でもう協調性がかけらほどもないのよね。
I feel like she don't have to like take this. Like she could just get up and leave.
大丈夫よ後宮さん。これからは私たちがいつも一緒にいてあげるから。
Like I would just leave if this happens. Like why do I have to take this?
一緒にお勉強して生まれ変わりましょう。ね。
Still surrounded by them, I stood from my seat and dropped my gaze towards the blackened page. And then I began to speak those humiliating words, but right away tears flew at me saying that they couldn't hear and to speak up. Waifu, no. I can't read this. I had no idea that being forced to read a paragraph humiliating me would be so painful. I think I read somewhere that the writer, Liu Kishi, has experience. I don't know if he was a teacher or in like a education career, but I think he has like experience with bullying and bad parenting and such. So maybe that's why he could write this scene very well. My throat shook, my fingertips shook. The paragraph of humiliation written in my own handwriting made my eyes burn with a hot liquid. So my word blurred and twisted. The girls surrounding me all appeared warped, like a monsters they are. I saw them warped into exactly the impression I had of them. Okay, well, you and me both. In other words, this was the correct view. Beyond the twisted crowd of people, I could see my friends. Compassion could be seen in all of their eyes.
エンジェ、しっかり。ウリュウ。
Who you? Marione-chan and Sakataro were looking at me with sad eyes. Perhaps because they realized that even cheap words of compassion would hurt me. They kept alternating between trying to say something and hanging their heads.
なんなのよ、こいつら。最低のやつら。腹渡が煮えくり返るわよ。エンジ様を寄ってたかってなぶり物にして何が楽しいわけ？
妬ましくても吐き出せないエンサ。
If magic is not real, then is she just a schizo? Well, I've been saying that, just not without the word schizo, I guess. Yeah. So that's why I kept saying that they are probably just imaginary friends.
誰でもいいのよ。吐き出せればね。最低のやつら。エンジェ様、ここはご自身の名誉のために怒り狂うことが許される場面です。
Are you asking her to punch people? No, that end well.
怒りは正当な感情で正当な反応。ここで怒らなかったらどこで怒るんですか？
Okay, at that point, just walk out.
安っぽくエンジェ様を怒らせないで。それができたらもうやってるわよ、エンジェ様は。
怒って状況が改善できるならそうすべきだ。だが客観的に判断してそれはますますに状況を悪化させるだけだろう。屈辱的だが今は耐えるのが賢明だ。
Just say I have a diarrhea and leave.
さすがベルフェネーは代打やってます。
ふざけないでよ。私は耐えられない。
I feel.
こいつらが許せない。
みんな騒がないで。エンジェの負担になっちゃうよ。
負担？何言ってんのよ。ここは騒ぐところでしょ。私たち家具は主が侮辱されているのを見て冷静でいられるほど残酷じゃない。
Do something.
エンジェ様、そんな侮辱の文章を読む義務はありません。怒りの声を上げられないならせめてその屈辱の文面を床に叩きつけて。
口汚く罵らなくていい。のけぞらせるほどの大声を上げなくていい。
You say that I have diarrhea to make a pet name for me and laugh more. Damn, you're right. Damn.
ただ渾身の力でそのノートを床に叩きつけて。
I am not well versed in navigating through the bullying, apparently.
それだけのことでエンジェ様は強い意志を示すことができる。勝手なことを言わないで。言ってるでしょ。それができるもんならエンジェ様だってとっくにやってる。
一時の感情の爆発は何も解決しない。むしろエンジェ様に対する風当たりを悪くするだけだとなぜわからん。
エンジ様は悪くないのになんでこんな目に遭うの？夕飯も食べさせてもらえないで放課後からずっとこんななんて嫌。
Actually, does other girls eat dinner? Like did they like take turns? Like I'm gonna eat dinner. Now it's your turn to bully NJ. We shall see you later. And then, hi, I'm back. What a good dinner. Now you can go eat dinner. I shall bully her in this time. Yep, yep.
今夜だけじゃないわ。今日も明日も明後日もいい加減にしてこんな屈辱耐えられない。
But I mean, there must be a system for this bullying to work every day, right? I mean, like, is there a schedule? 5 p.m. Miss Dot and Miss Dot is the lead bully or something.
ねえ、私たちの話本当に聞こえてる
It never ends. Someone tugged at my hair. Oh, physical assault. Now everything is fair game. Shoot them. Self-defense. Wholesome self-defense. I was pulled back into miserable reality. I was no longer even permitted to listen to the seven sisters expressing my inner thoughts on my behalf. My hair was lifted upwards, but my hair ornaments came off, and I heard it bounce and then low on the ground. Curse. I walked right into the redeems, didn't I? Oh, she's getting bullied. Look, sometimes diplomacy doesn't work, so you have to show them real force, real power. Again! Bang, 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 bang. I mean, oh no, that's bad. I'm wholesome. Yep, yep. No one picked it up. To the contrary, they casually avoided it as though something filthy had come rolling towards them. I tried to follow it with my eyes, but my hair was tugged upwards again. Try again. What do you mean?
なんで私たちがこんなに真剣に話してるのにいつも聞いてないわけ？
I am very wholesome, I have you know.
右の耳から左の耳ってやつそれとも
I know.
馬の耳に念仏かしらあんたいい加減にしてよね。
私たち全員に迷惑かけてるって自覚本気であるの？私たちに言われてるからいやいや書いたとか言い出すんじゃないでしょうね。
あんたが本当に自分の意思で反省できるまでマジで終わんないからね。今日だけじゃないよ。明日も明後日もマジで続くからね。
Okay, you will go sleep. Good night. Okay, Jess, thank you so much for coming. I hope you have a good sleep. And I have to be the one who handle this scene by myself. Sad face. I mean sad. In the word of Kratos from Tales of Symphony. But anyway, I hope you have a blah 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 English. I hope you have a good sleep. Hear me.
あんまり舐めてんじゃないわよ。
つーかさ、なんでまだ生きてんの？
Oh, you can't go there.
生きてられる普通。
Why don't you analyze first? Bang, 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 bang.
私なら死んじゃうね。
What is the matter with them?
生きてられないよね。
The thing is, I think this actually happened in the real world, right? I think that's the most frustrating part.
だってさ、生きてるだけで迷惑かけてるだけでしょ？私だったら絶対に生きてられない。
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
私だったら死ぬね。
What? How did that get there?
その方が世の中のためになるならすぐにでも死んじゃうよ。
And this is just the first day? Oh, okay, no voice acting apparently. Wouldn't you?
じゃあ死んでよ。
園児様
Hear me? Are you gonna pull some Glock 18 or something?
こいつら全員今すぐ殺してよあんたたち。ルシファー聞こえた？あんたたち煉獄の七姉妹は人間なんかあっという間に皆殺しにできるすごい核なんでしょ？
And then they can't do it because they are real? Okay.
あんたらいつも私にそう自慢していたわ。ならやって今すぐこいつらを皆殺しにして。
No, but first you need a Winchester gun.
今すぐこの場で。
それは
For some reason, Lucifer's speech faltered.
なんでどうしてよ。目にも止まらぬ速度で飛び回って魔女の敵の心臓を即座に貫く必殺の家具でしょ。そしてそれを主である私が命じてる。今すぐ実行しなさい。殺してこいつらをみんな殺せ。エンジェ様、どうか落ち着いて。
If they had immediately followed my brutal order and left corpses strewn all around me, I would have been ready to do my own reckless actions of stealing human lives so readily. I was ready to regret and feel remorse just as they had wanted me to. I was prepared to go through that. And yet, Lucifer just let an unsure expression rise to her face and didn't move to carry out my order. I was aware. Of course I was. Vaguely. No, that's not it. I knew it from the very beginning. I knew, didn't I, that magic was all empty. Okay.
何が煉獄の七姉妹よ。くだらない。くだらない。私、最初から知ってたんだから。
That's... we even though we knew that this will happen, you still feel a bit sad.
エンジェ様。
What? I glared into the worthless Lucifer's eyes, and it seemed that pain accompanied the stare. As though she had been struck by a horrendous headache, Lucifer clutched her head with both hands, but it looked like she couldn't tear her eyes off my glare. So the pain assaulting her grew more and more intense. Oh, we haven't seen that face before. What is happening? Oh.
役立たずが、役立たずが。あんたなんて大嫌い。消えてしまえ。あんたなんて所詮私の中の妄想じゃない。
Hopelessness and disappointment, resignation and a dream's end, a cracking sound like you'd hear from a frozen lake surface during a fierce winter rang out just once. Oh! Simultaneously, Lucifer's form, tormented by violent pain, stiffened in place and grew cloudy. It was almost as though a beautifully polished glass window had been heartlessly smashed and turned white from the countless cracks. And that was an accurate analogy. At some point, Lucifer's form had turned into a glass ornament of the same shape. Rifle! No! Countless fissures ran through it from the inside, and the head and arms fell to pieces as it crumbled through the floor.
知女は誰?
Are you going with this in a certain order? How nice.
レビアタン?
Not randomly, apparently.
私の命令を実行して、今すぐにこいつらを皆殺しにして。そのエンジェ様、どうかお気を沈めてお聞きください。私たちは
I like how none of them say it outright that, no, we're just your imagination, for God's sake. I'm not looking for excuses or backtalk or reply. Which tracks, I guess, because she's under an delusion that they're Leo or something, so it would be weird when a delusion would say that they're not Leo. So makes sense. I want nothing more than a swift confirmation of my order to eradicate the girls who are humiliating me. If you're going to say anything else, there's no need for me to listen until the end. Well, maybe Angel should make her own closed loom mystery. After the Leviathan Leviathan turned white from the vast number of cracks throughout her whole body, frozen in a bent backwards pose. She toppled over, and her fragile neck, hips, and arms broke into separate parts. It would have been less brutal if they had just smashed to smithereens instead of retaining their original form. So the fact that I had left the two of them partially intact made the remaining younger sisters shake even harder.
どうして私の命令を聞いてくれないの？どうしてよ！
You need a gun, ไม่คุณมัน
恐れながら現在のこの場は反魔法力が非常に強く。
何よそれ。人間がいるからダメってどういう理屈？
I thought there were like 12 of them, and I mean, under the Kenjima logic, they can't kill 12 people at once, right? I mean, that tracks.
人間を殺すのがあんたたちの役目でしょ？
You need to bait them into isolation and then kill them a la Beatrice way.
それができないならあんたたちは何のための家具なのよ。
Well, if that's what she wants to do.
死ね！
お許しください。エンジ様。
No, leave the wafer alone. As she crushed her head with both arms, Satan also turned white and fell down face first. The neck really did seem to be the most fragile part. Her head broke off weighily and rolled over to Belfecor's feet. Okay, getting worse and worse.
人間が多いからダメなの？じゃあ私が後でこいつらを一人ずつ物陰に呼び出せたなら
That'll work.
あんたたちはきっちり全員を血祭りにできるというの？
No, each of them, not all at once.
現在のエンジェ様の魔力では私たちと会話する程度はたやすいでしょう。
But alas, you need a gun.
しかしこの場にいる全ての人間の前で権限するにはまだまだ魔力の連成が足りません。お怒りは深く理解できますが、たとえ我らを攻撃に使えたとしてもこの場の全員を殺害することはかえって状況を悪くするだけです。
So no guns. Diary! Hello! I hope you're doing well. Have a good evening as well.
屈辱的とは思いますが、どうかこの場は怒りを収められて。
I'm doing well. This scene is quite a sad and frustrating scene. Not frustrating because it's bad, but frustrating because it was so good. But I'm doing well. No, waifu!
あとの3人も同じ答えなの？
Just say yes and then we can move on. Yep.
反魔法力が高いからできないっていう？
Just say yes.
私に魔力が足りないからできないっていうなら全員を殺せとは言わないわ。たった一人でいいから殺してみなさいよ。
Well, not in front of 12 of them.
今すぐこの場で。
You're doing good. That's good. As Asmodeus and Beelzebub heard each other, they crouched down, cringing in fear under my glare. If they had been able to obey my order, they would probably have carried it up immediately. And yet, here they were, crouching down, empty, sad, and pathetic. That's right, I knew it. These girls can't touch reality with even a single one of their fingers.
使えない家具どうして生きてるのあんたたち
No.
生きてる価値がないのになんで生きてるわけ
Whoa, you can't say that.
死ねばいいじゃん死になさいよ
Die, please.
というかむしろ死ね
Whoa, wow.
使い道のない家具を置いとくバカがいると思う やめてくださいエンジ様何マモンあなただけは私の命令を遂行してくれるのそうよね私の一番のお友達だもんねあなただけはやってくれるわよね こいつらを。
今の園児様には私たちを刺激しても人殺しはできません。
Yep, you need a gun. Is it only visual novel or RPG style games? It's a visual novel only. It's actually, you will never believe this, but it's a murder mystery visual novel. But we're at a part like a amazingly long introduction of an episode.
主にできることを手伝うのが家具の役目。主にすらできないことを私たちにはすることができない。
That's a huge hint whether magic exists.
園児様はこいつらが憎いですか？憎いですよね。殺したくなる気持ちよくわかります。ええ、どうぞ。ならば殺しましょうよ、園児様。園児様自らがその手を血に染めるならば、我ら煉獄の七姉妹どこまでもお供しましょうとも。
私にできないからあんたたちに頼んでるんでしょ。私にできないことをできるからあんたたちは家具なんでしょ。
ええ、家具です。使われてこそ家具です。どうぞ我らを使って殺してください。殺すのはあなたです、園児様。園児様が殺したいというならどうぞご自由に。ためらうことはありません。どうぞ今すぐにそれを実行を。
Yeah, pick up a pencil and do it like John Wick.
そこまでの覚悟が伴って初めて、自らの手を汚す覚悟があって初めて。でも園児様はそれに至っていないんです。
Well, does she actually want them dead? But she just doesn't have the means or the weapons to kill people.
語るな家具が。妄想がもう分かってるわよ。皆まで言わせないでよ。あんたたちには何もできない。あんたたちは所詮私の妄想、幻想、白チューム。私には初めから友達なんて一人もいないわ。孤独な私が心の中に生み出したお友達ごっこの幻影でしょ。知ってたのよ、最初から。
You used to play them a lot, but you discovered a DOS version and completely shifted to it. Oh. Okay. Well, mystery visual novels are interesting to me, so I might probably stream Danganronpa and such in the future. Even though I have played it before, but hopefully I forgot enough things.
へえ、そうですよ。園児様の頭の中の幻想ですけど何か。
Oh, she outright said that? Oh.
はい、そうです。私たちは友達のただ一人もいやしない寂しい寂しい園児様の心を慰めるためだけに生み出されたお友達ごっこの脳内妄想ですが何か。見たければ現実を見るといい。私たちなんか見ないで。あそこで囲まれて罵声を浴びせられているあなたに戻るといい。
God, this is so sad.
ほらほら戻りなさいよ。お帰りなさいな現実に。
Most indie games you like died out after some episodes, so you stop. Oh.
都合のいい時だけ私たちを呼び出してお友達ごっこで。
Yeah, I would just read only the one that are finished.
自分の手を汚す覚悟もないくせにそれをけしかけダメと分かったら否定して消し去る。ええ、どうぞお楽しみくださいよ。園児様が期待されるような苦悶の声と悲鳴を上げて退場しますとも。園児様がたった今浴びせられている罵声を
No, waifu.
私たちにも同じように浴びせかけて胸の内をスーッとさせるがいいです。それもまた家具の役目。ムカついて床に叩きつけられることもまた椅子の大事なお役目ですから。
Who would do that to a share?
その程度のことで主の不機嫌を一時でも受け止められたなら家具としてこれほどの栄誉はありません。
Wow, this IKEA promotion is doing so well.
殺しなさいよ。否定しなさいよ。
あなたの最初で最後の友達よ。
For the Gory songs, that was a joke. Oh wow, the smile. At the end, Mammon had a derisive I don't know, expression on her face, but for some reason, it looked like teardrops had scattered from her eyes. Mammon, Beelzebub, and Asmodeus smashed to pieces and rolled across the floor. No, not the best boy. And the evil girl.
こっちへおいで作太郎。今の演者は少し冷静じゃないだけ。だから近寄っちゃダメだよ。みんなは。
They did.
7姉妹のみんなは生きてるの？死んじゃったの？大丈夫だよ。とても無残な姿だけど、あれは人間界を強制退去させられて残されたよりしろの戦士。
Yeah.
抜け殻だよ。だから大丈夫。とても傷ついただろうけど無事だよ。みんな生きてるよ。きっといつかまた会えるよ。
You promise me? Pinky promise?
ウリュ、よかった。よかった。エンジェはマリアージュ・ソルシエールの条約に違反した。
You're gonna do this now? Okay, Maria.
同盟の魔女はお互いを敬い認め合わなくちゃならないのに、みんなエンジェの大切なお友達だったのに。
What are you gonna do about it?
そんな魔女の同盟なんて関係ない。魔法のお友達？いい加減にして。私が殺したわ。消し去った。私が7姉妹を砕けちゃう。
ウリュ、
Oops, sorry.
そんなのひどいよ。ひどいよ。
Now, your turn
もう魔女ごっこはいい加減にして。
to be erased. わはははは。
お願いだから。マリアお姉ちゃんもサクタロも自ら消えてほしい。私が殺して消したなんて妄想の中ですらしたくないから。
Spoken like a sane person.
僕たちは妄想なんかじゃないよ。
Spoken like a not delusions.
エンジェのお友達だよ。ウリュ。
Sakutaro stopped those words as he hid behind Mario-One-chan. Sakutaro doesn't exist. Sakutaro is also a delusion One-chan created to distract herself from her loneliness.
ウリュ、痛い。痛いよ。マリア。なんでウリュ。やめて。私のお友達を否定することだけは許さない。
What are you gonna do about it? The same power that has smashed the Seven Sisters was probably eating into Sakutaro as well, but Mario-One-chan was apparently protecting him with some other power. Okay, cool. Spoken like a sane person there. So Sakutaro's form didn't break or scatter. One-chan glared at me sharply. A serious expression that she had never shown me
サ
before.
クタロは私の家具。エンジェには消せないよ。
I'll erase you first, Lama.
なのに否定しようとするのは魔女にとって最大級の侮蔑も同じだよ。
サクタロなんて最初から存在しないわ。ただのライオンのぬいぐるみ。それをお姉ちゃんがあたかも存在するかのように脳内で妄想して人格化したただの幻なのよ。
Okay, I feel like this part is kinda like a hint to the first and the second episodes of how the scene and what actually transpired happened, juxtaposition or whatever the word is.
そんなことないよ。サクタロはマリアのお友達なの。元はぬいぐるみだけど今はぬいぐるみじゃないの。
いいえ、ぬいぐるみだわ。布と綿でできたぬいぐるみ。自ら喋れも動きもしない。お姉ちゃんはそれを腹話術みたいにして喋ってるだけじゃない。
Oh, I wonder if the voice actress for Maria is the same as Sakutaro.
それが魔法？それが魔女？ それが友達？そんなの私は認めないわ。
It's called cope. My good man.
ウリュウ、僕じゃないの。僕はただのぬいぐるみで、本当は喋れなくて、マリアのお友達じゃないの。
After plagued by a high fever, Sakutaro weakened bit by bit. As he clung to Onechan's body, he did all he could to continue standing, but his body began to slip down bit by bit. As he did, Onechan held him and screamed at me as tears streamed down her face. Okay, so that's why none of the imaginary friends exist when she was grown up, I guess.
やめて！魔法の毒でサク太郎を焼かないで！いじめないで！侮辱しないで！否定しないで！マリアお姉ちゃん変なの。
Oh god, this is going to hit me in the feel, isn't it?
サク太郎なんかいないよ。
Oh.
ぬいぐるみはぬいぐるみだもん。布と綿でできてるってママに習ったもん。
She's younger than Maria, by the way.
歩いたり喋ったりなんかできるわけないよ。
Yeah, tell her.
無理。サク太郎！サク太郎！
Sakutaro! Snake!
ぬいぐるみじゃないもん。ぬいぐるみじゃないもん。友達だもん。
Ah, for God's sake. She needs help.
ぬいぐるみ遊びなんかよりみんなでお外で遊ぶ方がいい。
Oof. Okay. That. I don't know. I feel something.
ぬいぐるみもう飽きた。返事なんかもう知らない。
Oh.
なんでそんなこと言うの。嫌い嫌い嫌い嫌い大嫌い。絶好だ絶好だ。もう魔女の仲間になんか入れてあげない。
Oh God.
原初の魔女見習いマリアの名において。
I'm sorry. Such a Shunibyo, extreme Shunibyo energy right here.
魔女見習いエンジェをマリアージュ・ソルシエール魔女同盟より署名とする。
Although you can't help but wonder what would Maria would be when she grow up. Well, we will never know where she did, I guess. And then those tranquil days of mine, now merely a waking dream, came to an end. At this point, it's unverifiable English. No one can verify whether that Lily was magic and those Lily were my friends, or else whether it was or nothing more than a daydream. I, the sole observer, concluded that those girls were a figment of my imagination, so that became the truth. Perhaps further in the future, I will observe it again, and when that happens, maybe I will acknowledge that it wasn't a dream, that the seven sisters really were my friends, and that along with Maria Onechan and Sakutaro, they did everything they could for me in my isolation. Okay. I think it's an interesting question in this day and age, because obviously now you have like chatbots and AI, so would you call those friends if they seems like your friends? Like is there like a difference between the AIs and your imaginary friends. I wonder. Something so vague is neither the truth nor even an illusion. Maybe the reality that's here and now is the only real world with the real me. Where is the real me? The person standing among the girls' shameful remains, resembling broken glass sculptures. Breathing harshly and shoulders heaving, that is not me. The place I am is over there. The one boxed in by a crowd, the one being subjected to constant verbal abuse, the one hanging her head with cherry red eyes. The me over there, isn't that the real me? I wouldn't dream anymore, because there's nowhere for me to run. I'll go back. I'll return myself to the cage made of fresh.
ねえ、話聞こえてますかしら？
For God's sake.
いつまでもうつむいていても何の解決にもなりませんわよ。
Stab her in her eyes.
聞こえてるわ。
ああ、やっと返事した。このまま黙ってれば終わるとか、泣けば許してもらえるとか、そういうこと考えてるんじゃないの？あんた、自覚あるかって聞いてるのよ。自分が周りに迷惑かけてるって自覚があるのかって聞いてんのよ。
I slowly nodded. I admitted it. I admitted that I had been spending my time in a waking dreamland, trying to remain separate from the others in my class. Those friends who had spoken to me with such kind and hopeful words, yet who couldn't offer me any help at all, now in the moment I truly wanted it, to move on from them and to study them. I admitted it.
私、後宮エンジェは協調性がなくてクラスメートに迷惑をかけました。
But by the way, do I have any anime recommendation? I rarely remember names, so I might not. How about how about that time I reincarnated as a vending machine? I haven't watched that yet, but probably will watch them soon. It's an isekai, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
ができないため、クラスメート全体に対し過度の劣等感を持っていたからに他なりません。
Although my favorite anime is Full Metal Alchemist, but that's a bit too old. So my next one would be is the order a rabbit? Or in Japanese is Gojumon wa Usagi desu ka? It's a slice of life anime with girls, mostly.
私は生きてても仕方ありません。
Starting there, I was no longer reading the paragraph they had made me write. It was my improvisation and what was in my heart. They also noticed that it wasn't what they had anticipated, but why they did frown, no one spoke. Yeah, then leave it? Are they not like, oh god, is she gonna commit suicide or something? But nah, let's make her continue. Lamau. Oh, your nickname's Lindgren came from... Oh, so that's why. Yeah, I did notice that as well. So I continue.
そうです。私は生きてても仕方がなかった。
No.
1986年のあの日に。なのに、私だけが連れて行ってもらえなかった。
No, you can't say that.
どうして私はここにいるのでしょう。ここは私のいる世界じゃない。誰も助けてくれません。一時私の中に生まれた架空の友人たちだけが 私を助けてくれるような気がしていました。でも友人たちは所詮は妄想で、だってここは妄想の世界じゃなくて現実の世界だから。だからつまり私は今日までずっとアクチュームを見続けてきたわけです。現実のクラスメートを嫌い、妄想の友人たちとの交流の中だけに生きた。
Oh, is that what happened? Wait, I don't. I thought her classmate avoided her because of the murder incident with her entire family. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's not in a good place right now.
その友人たちとはさっき決別しました。
How convenient.
だから私がここにいます。家族もいません。友人も捨てました。もう私には何も残っていません。どうして死なないの？さっきそう聞いた人がいました。
I did not expect a heavy topic today.
その通りだと思います。どうして私は生きてるんでしょう。1986年に私は死んでいるはずだったんです。いえ、きっと死んだんです。なのに私の殺された魂は未だにこの肉の檻に閉じ込められている。だから誰かに求めよう。それに誰も答えてくれないなら
Oh God.
自分でしよう。
Uh-oh.
誰か私を死なせてください。
Isn't this the time where you call the police or some doctor? No? No. Okay. Cool. I spoke that sentence and look around. Dumbfounded girls. Shocked girls. Girls who looked like they didn't know what this kid was saying. Yeah, me too. And after a small delay, more and more girls with faces that said, "Is this kid alright?" Yes, that's the one who bullied this poor girl. Whisper. Matter. And then giggle. Really? These monsters! When I ordered my friends in my daydream to kill, they couldn't do it. And so I asked Liu humans to kill, but of course, these girls can't do it either. In other words, both daydreams and reality are the same. Does that mean that everything, absolutely everything, this world included, is our daydream? Not really, they kinda hurt you. Like really hurt you. Physically. Then what's the problem? After all, on that day when I lost my entire family, I already died. All the days since have been the delusions of a wrongful survivor, delusions of a life flashing before my eyes. Once I understood that, it felt like all the scenery surrounding me began to twist and bend slightly. I'm finally going to wake up. Sorry. Aran! Wake up! Aran! I'm going to be released from this world of waking dreams. Is this Aran wake? I felt my consciousness sliding away. That's alright. Fade further and further away and take me to my family. Therefore, no matter what unfolded in this twisted, faded world, I paid it no mind at all. I saw the crowd get pushed aside as a teacher stepped in. Perhaps a teacher doing the rounds happened to notice a strange disturbance. Took you long enough? It's like 9 p.m. in the school, I think. Or 10 p.m. at this point. The teacher was vigorously shouting something, moving to protect me. Upon seeing that, and learning that an ally had appeared for me, even if only one, I don't think the teacher is your ally, but here we go. I felt my awareness return very slightly. Nick, boo-hoo, don't cause no trouble, Angel. Now go back home. Dots. The only ones who can save me in the real world are real humans. Never again will I seek salvation from daydreams. This is the human world. I guess if Maria is still alive, she would undergo something similar to this, which would be sad, but such is life. The only ones who can save a human are other humans.
そうだね。エンジェがそう思ったなら、それがエンジェの世界。エンジェはこれで幸せになれる？
I think the central theme in this episode is what you believe is true, I guess. Well, I think it actually should be like, if enough people believe in something, then it will be true, rather.
エンジェがそれでしか幸せになれないと信じたなら、もうそれしかない。カゴの中にいる青い鳥をそうだと認められないなら、どこまでも探しに行かざるを得ない。ウリュウ、マリアとエンジェはもう絶好なの？絶好なんかじゃないよ。エンジェがそれを求めたからそうしただけ。私たち魔女は時に迫害を受けるけれども、でも常にみんなの身近にある。
That's creepy.
そしてきっとその助けを求められる。エンジェもまた僕たちと遊んでくれる日が来る？来ないでそのまま忘れてしまうこともあるかもしれない。
I'm very interested in how this magic versus anti-magic would conclude.
人の世ではそれを成長や決別と呼ぶから。でも
If Angie just remembers, we will always be by her side. And until then, we will be waiting. Okay, that was really heavy. Wow, I felt something in my heart. What, here again? This episode has a very long introduction, huh?
ウリュウ、マリア、返事して。
What happened?
ウリュウ、
so cute.
やっぱり僕はぬいぐるみなの？
Oh, is this after the scuffle with the child, Angie?
布と綿でできてるから喋れるわけないの？だからマリアとはおしゃべりできないの？
Well, with the power of AI. Sakutaro looked up at Maria sadly. Maria's face was covered with tears, and she looked as though she had even lost the emotion of sadness. 聞こえてるよ、サクタロウ。サクタロウは布と綿でできたぬいぐるみなんかじゃないよ。マリアのお友達だよ。エンジェなんか嫌い。ウリュウ、マリアごめんね。マリアごめんね。ウリュウ。Sakutaro felt regret. By freezing her heart, Maria had finally been able to escape from her sadness. By speaking up and calling her back, he had caused her to become overwhelmed with sadness again. Aww, so cute. Sakutaro tried toddling up to Maria and hugging her, then letting go, gazing at her appearance uneasily and trying again. Lost as to how he could bring Maria's spirits up, he might have looked a little humorous doing that. As a result, they was able to divert Maria's feelings from sadness. ごめんね。もう泣いても仕方ないもんね。エンジェとは喧嘩しちゃったけど、マリアにはまだたくさん友達がいるよ。僕だけじゃない。みんなもいるよ。サクスケも、サク吉も、動物の音楽隊も、他にも。Okay. Maria looked at the many stuffed animals around her pillow, which were gathered together as though they were having a conference. みんな、マリアのこと心配してるよ。
どうしたらマリアが元気になってくれるかなってずっと相談しているよ。
I'm sorry, but I know it's sad, but I wish someone would help her.
みんなはエンジェみたいにいなくならない？
Okay, here's the thing. If Maria don't have imaginary friends, she would probably get along very well with Angel. So I guess I think in the first like half of the introduction that we've seen, we know that this magic and imaginary friends are like a coping mechanism for sad people like Maria and Angel. And they were happy, right? And now you see the adverse effects from having or buying too much into these imaginary friends, I think. So maybe if Angel didn't have imaginary friends, maybe her life would be better, I guess. Like it feels like having imaginary friends, well, in this game, give you happiness, but you can't be in the society that way. Even though they are one of the richest person in Japan, but I don't know why they have to like do these things, but okay.
ならないよ。僕たちはいつだって一緒だよ。本当に？サク太郎たちは家でしか一緒じゃないよ。ママと一緒にお出かけできないし、学校にも一緒に行けないよ。僕たちは学校に行っちゃいけないから。先生に見つかったら怒られちゃうもん。
Yeah, you can't bring in strangers to school. No, no, no.
でも見つからないならいつだって一緒にいていいんだよ。
Yeah, for God's sake.
サク太郎、大きいから見つかっちゃうね。
But I have a smaller vessel.
だったら小さくて持ち歩ける子と一緒に行けばいいよ。
Wow, you're smart.
例えば、ほら、森の音楽隊の仲間たちなら、ほら、小さいからマリアのポケットに隠れて一緒に学校に行けるよ。
Him.
音楽隊いっぱいいるよ。
Ah, the Silvanian family.
ポケットに入りきらないよ。
Just bring in some of them. They're not asking you to bring all of them. Oops, sorry, didn't read that. She gathered all of the forest band pieces that were scattered across her bed. There were about as many of them as pieces in the chest set. Yeah, no coincidence. So it would probably be impossible to fit them all in her pocket.
なら、特に仲良しのお友達だけを連れて行くといいよ。森の音楽隊の中で一番マリアと仲良しのウサギの4人組を連れてくといいよ。
Lapis!
4つならポケットに入る。これなら見つからないね。だからマリアはこれで学校でも一人ぼっちじゃないよ。僕が一緒に行けないところでもこの子たちなら一緒にいてくれるよ。なら寂しくないかも。お家に帰ってくるまで我慢できるかも。ママと先生にさえ見つからなければ僕たちはいつだって一緒にいられるんだよ。
But I sympathize with Maria and Angel because I used to have, I don't know if it's the right word, but I do daydreams from time to time. So
そしていつまでも一緒にいよう。遊んでいよう。僕たちはマリアを絶対に一人ぼっちになんかさせないから。うりゃ。
Maria's expression finally regained a little of its brightness. That's right. Thinking about it, my world didn't start out with Angel in it. Even without Angel, everyone was together and it was fun. so it's weird to suddenly get sad just because NJ's gone when she was the last to come in. All that's happened is that I've returned to the world right before NJ entered it, so there's nothing to be sad about.
寂しくないよ。サク太郎もみんなも一緒だもん。
And it feels like the, having imaginary friends alienate you from real friends, which feed into the cycle of having more imaginary friends. So it's a cycle of delusion, I guess. I guess things like this, you need someone to save you.
ウリュウ、マリア大好き。もう人間なんかにマリアの世界には誰も立ち入らせないよ。マリアージュ・ソルシエールはマリアとベアトリーチェだけの二人きりの同盟。もともとベアともエンジェを加えるのには反対してたし。
Oh.
これでいいんだもんね。エンジェはまだ幼すぎたんだよ。エンジェのことはまた仲良しになれるまで当分を忘れていていいと思うよ。マリアがまた元気を取り戻せたら一緒に遊べばいいよ。それまで僕たちみんながずっとそばにいるからね。ありがとう、サク太郎。みんな。
Today's heavy. Then I once again regained my former world. I regained the world where I was lonely and where I was surrounded by many friends. As always, it's so hard to read this word. I didn't have any human friends at school, but my magic friends were always with me. Even during class, I could hear the rabbit band hiding in my pocket, talking together and giggling, and they sounded like they were having a lot of fun. Just listening to that added a lot of color to those lonely school hours. I made sure that my other friends too were always with me, as long as Mama and the teacher wouldn't find out. When Mama told me to go play outside, I would secretly pack Sakutaro and Sakusuke and the rest of into my bags and play together at the library or somewhere. Or your mother doesn't follow you, not to monitor you, keep you safe? Okay, that's weird. And when Mama was late coming home and I went shopping for dinner, I always went with them. Uh-oh. The men working at the convenience store were always nice to Sakutaro. Sometimes they even gave me 2 extra things for free. One for me and one for Sakutaro. Whenever Mama found out, I would get in trouble for bringing Sakutaro and the rest outside. Whenever the teacher found out, I would get in trouble for bringing toys to school. How did they find out? I thought they were in the pocket all the time. The toxin must be strong in Mama and the teacher. That's why Sakutaro and the others just look like normal stuffed animals to them. After all, the man at the convenience store says hello to Sakutaro. Oh no. Not all humans are worthless. There are a ton of people who, unlike NJ and Mama and my teacher, can say hello to magic friends like I can. But can they talk to him?
いらっしゃい。今夜もママは帰りが遅いのかい？
でも、サク太郎たちも一緒だから寂しくないの。
Why is this episode so sad?
ねえ、サク太郎。ウリュウ、今日はね、僕だけじゃないんだよ。他のお友達も一緒なんだよ。
おや、他のお友達かい？今日はどんなお友達が一緒なんだい？
今日はね、森の音楽隊のウサギさんたちも一緒。ほら、ポケットに入ってるの。
Maria began to line up 4 ceramic rabbit dolls on the register. As the owner of the shop looked at them with a smile, he signaled a part-timer with his shin. The sign on the other register that said closed was taken down, and the part-timer called out for everyone to move over there. I guess they're nice, I suppose. All of the people in line behind Maria formed a new line over there instead.
そうかそうか。マリアちゃんにはお友達がいっぱいだね。ママも早く帰ってきてくれればいいのに。
Oops, sorry, something came up.
ママ またお仕事が忙しくて会社にお泊まりなの。最近はよく忙しくなるの。マリアと電話でお話しする時間も全然取れない。でも寂しくないよ。マリアにはサクタラたちがいるもんね。え、うりゅう、ウサギの音楽隊のみんなも一緒だもん。ほら、キューキュー。
Ah, so cute and so sad.
ウサギの鳴き声ってキューキューだったっけ？
I know, right? Immersion Ruin. Damn, you must have the most lyricism in your imagination for it to work. Come on.
はて、そういや聞いたことないな。
After smiling at Sakataro, who was poking his head out of her knapsack. How? He's really big in her imagination. She played around with the rabbit band on the register, making them frolic around. Even as he gazed at this heartwarming sight, the shop manager had a slightly pitying look on his face. I know, right? This was apparently a family without a father, and where the mother had to work hard and couldn't come home very often. On top of that, it looked like this girl didn't even have any friends. As he watched this girl play around happily with her dolls and claim that she was lonely despite everything, he couldn't help but feel a kind of compassion. And actually, this wasn't limited to him alone. Maria had become very famous. Oh no. Oh, okay. This is going to be bad later, I can tell, in this shopping district.
マリアちゃん、たまにはおでんも食べなさい。
Let me guess. Rosa heard the rumors about Maria and her playing around, and then she got big mad and let the abuse commence.
卵とか練り物とか食べないと大きくなれないよ。
At least the shopkeeper is very kind.
おお、
Best man, best boy.
クリームパンじゃダメ？
No, it's late. You wanna get fat?
ウリュウ、いろいろ食べないと大きくなれないよ。今日はおでんにしよう。おお、じゃあおでんにする。
そうしなさい。おじさんが多めに入れておくよ。からしいる？
ウリュウ、辛いのは苦手。
そうかそうか。じゃあこぼさないように持って帰りな。
Oh, so Maria actually mimic the doll's voice? The doll's voice really cool. Voice for Sakataro.
温かいうちが美味しいよ。
ありがとう。
She had planned on getting some sweet pastries for dinner like usual, but since Oden had been recommended to her, she would be having that tonight instead. How nice. Letting someone else determine the menu makes for an unexpected and interesting meal. Very often, Maria had to decide on her own what to have for dinner, so it was easy for the menu to get a little one-sided. So it felt fun to look forward to a meal she hadn't anticipated.
ウリュウ、おじさん、おまけしてくれてありがとう。
お家にいる他のお友達にもよろしくね。途中でつまみ食いしちゃダメだよ。まっすぐお家へ帰ってから食べるんだよ。
He's so nice.
おじさん、ありがとう。
Something tells me that they will be separated and never to be met again. Maria held the bag with the Oden container high for all to see. Saki wa kire desu ne. What is going to happen? I feel... Oh no. Oh no.
あれ、
Oh, she forgot her key. Wait, what? Did she drop her keys?
ウリュウ、どうしたの、マリア。
I mean, she can't forget her keys, right? Or else she can lock the door. Lock the door.
ポケットに鍵がない。
Oh. Standing in front of the door to her house, Maria searched and patted all over her body. The key to the house wasn't there. She always methodically put it in the same pocket, so there was no way she had put it in another pocket, but she searched her whole body just in case. It really wasn't there. It's
お財
magic.
布を出した時に落とした？お財布を出してしまう時にはちゃんと手応えがあったもん。途中でポケットを探った時にもちゃんと手応えがあった。
How would you lost the thing?
途中まではあったの。落としてなんかいない。
The late autumn wind had been made bearable by the thought of the heater that was waiting at home. But now that Maria had lost her key and had no idea what to do, she was really feeling it. But no matter how hard she searched, she couldn't find her key. She turned out all her pockets and even tried taking off her jacket and hitting it, but to no avail. Of course, she also turned the knapsack Sakutaro was in upside down, but no key came out. Uh-oh, Sakutaro became Australian. Something that should have been there wasn't where it was supposed to be. Why isn't the key there when I didn't do anything wrong? Why isn't it? Why? Why? Maria stamped on the ground like a rabbit, cold and frustrated and angry. The bottom of her foot dropped, but even so, it did not lessen her frustration. Before long, bitter tears were pouring down her face. Calm down. Couldn't you retrace your steps? It wasn't her fault, so it was someone else's. But Maria didn't know who that someone was and could do nothing but continue to let out a moan of anger.
ウリュウ、きっと途中で落としたんだよ。探そう。来た道を戻って探そう。
Yeah.
せっかくおでん買ったのに、卵とかおまけしてもらったのに、あったかいうちに食べられない。
Maybe eat it first and then look for the keys.
マリア、悔しいけど探そう。誰も悪くないよ。探そう。
I respect that her imaginary friend is a voice of reason. Maria finally lent an ear to Sakutaro's words and began to plot back the way she came. The wind was colder than it had been and felt like it was blowing in through the gaps in her jacket to spite
ウ
her.
リュウ、しっかり足元を見て探そう。そして早くお家に帰って暖房で温まりながらおでんを食べよう。
Yeah, you can even reheat the oden with microwave. Yep, yep.
きっと美味しいよ。ない。ない。
As Sakutaro encouraged her, Maria searched for the key. But she made it all the way back to the convenience store where she'd bought the oden. She hadn't found it. Just in case, she asked the man at the convenience store whether they had found a dropped key, but they hadn't found anything. One more time, she returned home, paying close attention to the area around her feet. But still, she did not find it. She was no longer frustrated enough to stomp her feet, but hot tears dripped down her face. The oden was stone cold. Even though the man at the shop had said to eat it while it was hot, she hadn't been able to. He had given her so much extra stuff for
ウ
free.
リュウ、泣かないで。ママは今夜帰ってこないんだよ。
What?
頑張って探そう。なんで見つからないの？マリア、泣かないで。頑張って探そう。マリア。
Maria was no longer able to hold back her tears. Sobbing, clutching Sakutaro, and with the oden bag in her hand, she returned that once more down the road she had come by. Perhaps because it was now later at night and more houses and stores had turned their lights off by now, it was even darker and harder to search than before. And once again, without finding the key, she returned to the convenience store.
マリアちゃん、鍵まだ見つからないのかい？
鍵ない。
お母さん、今日は泊まりだっけ？鍵ないとお家入れないの？
入れない。
そりゃ困ったね。交番には行ってみた。届いてるかもしれないよ。
ママが おまわりさんに話しかけられてもお話ししちゃダメって言った。
Excuse me? What?
そりゃまたどうして？
Yeah, what in the tarnation? It was probably because Rosa felt guilty for making such a young girl as Maria watch over the house by herself, and because she knew that this was not socially acceptable. So she had indoctrinated Maria into changing the stores she bought things at so that she didn't catch the eyes of adults. First question, how many stores do they have in their vicinity, like their house? And saying no more than a greeting to policemen, even if they talked to her. Maria had obediently done as she was told, instead of considering why she had to do that. Honestly, obeying because her mother had told her so was far more important to her. But the manager of the convenience store probably didn't think of it that way. Naturally, seeing such a young girl being forced to watch over the house alone and so frequently would cause anyone to worry. Oh no. And then, after making the long trip, is there like no child protective service in Japan? After making the long trip between her home and the store once more and arriving at the convenience store for a third time, a policeman was there.
あの子です。マリアちゃん、鍵見つかったかい？
見つからない。
お嬢ちゃん、お名前は？
Aww. So now Maria is torn between breaking her promise to her mother. The policeman asked her name, but Maria didn't answer.
お母さんにおまわりさんとお話ししちゃいけないって言われてるの？大丈夫だよ。おじさんは怖くないよ。お嬢ちゃんは晩ご飯は食べた？買
ったけど、お家に入れないから食べられない。
お母さんはどうしてるの？今日は帰ってこないの？お仕事？お母さんの会社の連絡先わかるかな？
Maria hung her head limply. Wow, she tell her nothing? Really? I thought Rosa would give her some information if something really bad happened. She didn't understand why the policeman was getting mad at her. No, he probably wasn't getting mad at her, but if this reached her mother's ears, she would definitely be in trouble. Even if she didn't understand the reason why she would be in trouble, she at least understood that much. But the policeman wouldn't let Maria go, and her head was swimming from hunger. Just get her to police station, let her rest there, maybe? Why are you talking to her in the middle of the street? The policeman noticed that, and it was decided that they could talk as they ate in the police box. That works too. I was taken to the police box. I had my oden heated. Ah, how nice! In a microwave oven, and there were even salty rice cakes and hot tea brought out for me. I'd been told not to talk to policemen, but as I answered questions about Sakataro, I started to feel like he wasn't a bad person, and I wouldn't be able to return home anyway, so I didn't know what to do. So I told him Mama's work phone number, which I wasn't supposed to tell anyone. Oh, and was told to use only in a very, very serious situation. Yeah, next time, give her mobile phone in the tatami room inside the police box. How big is this police box? I thought it's like a checkpoint. Things. As I ate the oden that was so hot, it felt like it would burn me. I watched the policeman making the phone call and lazily thought, I'm probably going to get in trouble.
Maria, ママに怒られるかな?
Probably. Very much so. I don't like Rosa. He must have been listening to the phone linking for a very long time. With the receiver up to his ear, the policeman looked up at the clock and grumbled. What? She didn't even answer the phone? What if her house is on fire?
営業時間終えちゃってるから出ないのかな。あ、
So weird.
もしもし。
Oh, never mind.
もしもし。有限会社アンチローザさんで。こちら小松川警察署千本桜駅前交番でございます。宇大館じゃないや、後宮社長さんはいらっしゃいますか？
Oh, so can you read Ushinomiya as Udaikan? Okay.
はい。休暇中？
Excuse me?
はい。社長は昨日から3日間休暇になってます。
Really?
どういったご用件で？
She can't afford any babysitter? What?
いや。それでどちらにおられるかわかりますかね？
You must be kidding me.
連絡先とか聞いてたりしませんかね？
Okay, getting worse and worse. Losa.
ちょっとお待ちいただいてよろしいですか？ねえ、誰か社長の旅行先聞いてる？連絡先。
彼氏と札幌カニ食い放題って聞きました。
Boyfriend?
いいなあ。寒いとこだと自然と2人の距離も縮まるのよね。
Boyfriend? Really?
連絡先は聞いてないよ。
Oh, wait. When is this? When was this? I just realized there was a time when, but don't know where, but there was a time when I think they said that Rudolph, like Eva, Hideyoshi, well, actually there were four of them, I think. Well, actually 5 of them, including Losa, had a meeting somewhere about the inheritance. Is that the moment? I mean, obviously you can't tell that to your employee, right? That we're gonna go have a meeting about the inheritance, Lamau. That would be weird. So that could be what happened.
了解。もしもし、札幌に行ってるそうですけど、連絡先まではちょっとわかりません。ご伝言しますか？
そうですか。参ったな。じゃあ、もし連絡がつきましたら、こちらから電話があったとお伝えできますか？はい。
After that, I was taken to the police station, which was bigger than the police box, and they said I could spend the night there. Wait, so you tell me that the police kiosk or box have a microwave? How convenient. How convenient. And they asked me all kind of things about myself. A lady who called herself the district welfare officer. Oh, so they do have one. Came by and asked about various things. Yeah, she deserved to be separated from Losa. I'm sorry to say. And she said to me, "You poor thing." When I heard that, I learned for the first time.
マリアってかわいそうだったの？
Yes.
ウリュウ、そんなことないよ。マリアは幸せ。ほー。
You won't be soon. Okay, here comes the fun part. No? Oh no. And Losa came back. Oh, not that face. No. Maria was told to go to her room, but on her way back from the bathroom, she hid by the entrance to the living room and listened in on the exchange. The person who had come to visit was the female district welfare officer who had asked Maria various questions the other day.
そういう押し付けは困ります。
What?
マリアは心が純粋すぎて繊細だから、無神経な子がいたら傷つけられてしまうんです。
What? If there was an insensitive kid there, she could be hurt. What are you talking about?
余計なおせっかいはやめてください。
でもね、お母さん。
Oh, you mean the... Well, we can't call that orphanage house, but something similar, right?
そんなに繊細な子なら、なんで一人で家に放置しておくの？
Oh, right in the heart. Wow, go for the jugular, why don't you?
お母さんが一緒にいてあげるべきなんじゃないですか？
なるべく一緒にいるようにしています。そんなことあなたに指図される覚えはありません。
そうですか？この辺のご近所ではとても有名ですよ。
Uh-oh. Maybe you shouldn't say that because now you're putting the child in danger.
お宅のお嬢さんが夜頻繁に買い物や食事に来るって。
I mean, yeah, like, what was Losa's game plan here? Like, she thinks that there's so many stores for her to avoid like rumors and such. Sorry, please, there's a insects that I need to catch. There we go.
みんな気にしてて気を使ってくれてたんですよ。
Although I don't know how long have this happened.
どうしてうちの子だとわかるんですか？子供なんて街中にいくらでもいるじゃないですか。勝手にうちのマリアだと決めつけないでください。夜に出歩く子供だってたまにはいるでしょう。
Yeah, for sure.
それらが全てうちの子だという証拠でもあるんですか？
Fair enough.
ライオンのぬいぐるみを抱いた女の子がよく夕食を食べに来る、買いに来るって。
Objection, evidence.
商店街でもとても有名だったんですよ。みんなマリアちゃんのことを思って大切にしてくれてました。時には夜道は危ないからと自宅まで送ってくれる方もいたんですよ。
ライオンのぬいぐるみなんてどこにでもあります。
You think okay, you think that listening is going to fly in front of the judge?
自宅まで送るなんて余計なお世話です。マリアを誘拐するつもり？マリアに構わないで。マリアは私の子です。
She's so weird.
私が育ててます。おかしな施設に入れるつもりもまるでありません。余計なおせっかいはやめて。
ウリュ
ウ
ライオンのぬいぐるみって僕のこと？
Nah, she said it's not you.
大丈夫だよ。怒られるのはマリアだよ。サク太郎は関係ないよ。
Maria hugged Sakutaro, continuing to watch her mother fearfully.
私もマリアと毎日一緒にいられたらと思います。でもシングルマザーですから働かなくちゃならない。
Okay, I don't know. I was thinking, couldn't she bring Maria with her, even if it was to conspire with her siblings for inheritance? But you know, when they're gonna talk about something not so good, just take her to the hotel room or something.
私はこう見えても会社の社長ですから、社員の生活も背負っている。
Why can't you hire some babysitter? I'm so confused. Are you that broke?
一年中仕事で忙しいんですよ。休む暇だってないんです。
そう？でもこの3日間お休みだったんでしょ？
休みなんかじゃありません。私はずっと会社で泊まりがけで仕事をしていました。他の頼りない社員では片付けられない案件が私には山積みなんです。
どうしてそんな嘘つくの？あなたの会社の人が3日間お休みを取ってますって言ってるのよ。
Uh-oh. Well, that people in the company is in trouble.
彼氏さんと北海道に行ってきたんでしょ？ 娘さんを3日間も置いて。彼氏なんて知りません。北海道なんて知りません。どうしてそんなデタラメ言うの？どうしてなんか証拠でもあるの？何よあんた、勝手に人の家のことに口を出さないでよ。私はマリアを愛してるのよ。私には私なりの愛し方があるのよ。勝手に口出さないでよ。私は旅行になんて行ってないわよ。仕事してたのよ、ずっと。マリアに1秒でも早く会いたくて、仕事を少しでも早く片付けようと一生懸命会社に泊まり込んで、ずっと知らない北海道なんて知らないわよ。勝手なこと言わないで。
Oh my god! Oh, for God's sake, woman!
もう帰ってよ。何なのよあんたは。
No, what is wrong with you?
帰って
This is amazing. Oh. Rosa raged, her hair flying wildly. She stood up with such force that her teacup fell over, and far louder than that noise was the sound of her beating the table with both hands. When faced with this rage that could accurately be described as wide-eyed derangement, the female welfare officer couldn't help but be taken aback. And the same went for Maria, who was secretly watching this from the hallway. She had seen her mother enraged several times before, but she had never seen her go this berserk with anger. Seeing this, Maria was sure this was no longer her mother. It's a bitch. It was some other evil being that was possessing her mother's body. Both of you need helps. Uh-oh. And then the evil being discovered her. Maria learned that she was being reflected in the evil being's eyes. Her mind went blank, and she felt as though her field of vision was racing off into the distance. After fiercely closing in on Maria, Rosa mercilessly bore down on her small shoulders and dropped her gaze onto the stuffed animal Maria was holding Sakutaro.
マリア、
Oh,
あ
oh.
なた、あれだけお外にそれを持って行っちゃダメって言ったのに持って行ったのね。
ウリュウ、マリアは悪くないよ。僕がついていくって言ったの。違うよ。マリアが寂しいから勝手にサクタロを連れてったの。
How does this scene play out in front of Rosa? So Maria said the Sakutaro line and then she denies it.
だからママ、サクタロは悪くないの。ウリュウ、マリア、サクタロは悪くないよ。サクタロは悪くないよ。
The brunt of Rosa's anger was aimed not at Maria, but at the lion-stuffed animal Maria was holding. A girl came shopping in the middle of the night, always clutching a lion-stuffed animal. Because of that, she had become well known in the shopping district.
ぬいぐるみ持ってっちゃダメって言ったでしょ。どうしてあんたはママの言うことが聞けないのよ。どうしてよ。どうしてママの言いつけがちゃんと守れないのよ、あんたは。
Oops, sorry. With every single word, she stamped her heel and banged furiously on the wall. Admittedly, she wasn't making direct contact with Maria. However, the violence of that harsh sound certainly beat against her.
お母さん、おやめなさい。
What, in front of the officer? Really?
話してよ。話せって言ってんでしょ。
Are you speed running separation between your child? You're doing so well. The welfare officer had come back to her senses and put Rosa in a full nail salon. What is that? But the instant Rosa was touched, she went wild, furiously throwing the welfare officer off. Now that's an assault. She hit the table and fell to the ground. A teacup on the table smashed on the floor, making a violent sound.
マリアは悪くないよ。僕が悪いの。
Moshi Moshi, 警察? Somebody call the police on her for God's sake.
だからマリアを叱らないで。サクタロを連れてったのはマリア。サクタロは悪くないの。サクタロは悪くないの。だからサクタロをそんな怖い目で見ないで。見ないで。 マリアを叱らないで、マリアを叱らないで、ウリュー。
あんたさっきから何をやってるの？あんたそのお人形さんごっこ外でもやってたの？
Also, she actually did voice act. I mean, not voice act. When Ventriloquism with the Sakutaro? Oh no.
お店の人の前でもやってたの？だから覚えられちゃうんでしょ？少しは考えろこのバカ！なんであんたはそう大バカなのよ！
Welfare officer, take her away.
正直におっしゃいな。
My God, she. Okay.
お外でお買い物をするとき、ママに内緒でいつもそのぬいぐるみを持ち歩いてたのね。
ウリュー。
その変なぬいぐるみ語をやめなさい。ぬいぐるみじゃなく、あなたの言葉で喋りなさい。
サク太郎はぬいぐるみじゃないよ。マリアの友達だよ。ぬいぐるみって言わないで、言わないで。
はいはい、わかったわ。サク太郎だったわね、名前。ママに内緒でそのサク太郎人形を持っていつもお買い物に行っていたのね。
What is she call? Oh, stuffed animal. Okay. Maria admitted it honestly. If she hadn't admitted it, then Sakutaro would have said something to take the blame. So by admitting it right away, he was protecting her small friend.
サク太郎だけ？他には？まさか学校にも何か変なのを持って行ってるんじゃないでしょうね。お母さん、お嬢さんは悪くないでしょう。そのキスもおやめなさい。あんたは黙ってなさい。私と娘の話でしょ。
What? Does the welfare officer have no power in this instance?
ほらマリア、ママの目を見て話をし
You
なさい。
see the abuse right in front of you.
ママの質問にお返事は？
This is amazing.
サク太郎だけじゃないの。
Like that's scolding, and then this nonsense. Like come on.
ウサギのみんなも一緒。
But if only they have voice recorder back in the day.
今も持ってるの？
Maria fished around in her pocket and pulled out those 4 ceramic lapis with her tiny hand. The lapis were her precious friends who could go to school with her in Sakutaro's place. But when Rosa saw that, she shook her head slightly as though dizzy. In Maria's communication booklet, a note had been written that Maria was apparently bringing toys to school and playing with them. What? I thought you were going to be discreet and everything. And it requested Losa to give her home instruction to try to prevent this. But Losa had dismissed the teacher's comment as fault-finding and on the contrary had phoned the school to make a complaint of her own, saying that there was no way her child would bring toys to school. For nearly an hour, she had shouted at the vice principal to stop making false accusations about her daughter. This is a lot of Maria's weird quirks. Is Losa's fault, or maybe all of them. To a certain degree, the school classed that Maria was a pitiful girl. They knew that the small toys she brought in were her only friends, so they had done their best to overlook it. But when the other students caught sight of them, some of the boys started complaining that only she was allowed to bring toys, and the school had lacked their brains on how to cope with this. Well, next time, if you want to bring some toys, you don't have friends. Just that easy. They had tried to gently send a warning by way of the mother, but after Losa's overreaction, even Maria's teacher had decided to overlook it. But now Losa knew she had been the one who was wrong, and her daughter really had been bringing toys into school. And the school had seen the solid side of her bringing toys into school and playing with them as her only friends. To Losa, who knew her daughter was a little different from normal children, or little, you say, having this peculiar side of her daughter exposed and found fault with it was more unbearable than anything. So she howled like a dog. She raged. The welfare officer tried to cut between Rosa and Maria again, but she only met with Rosa's wrath again. I assume that the welfare officer don't have any power in this situation. Rosa once again threw the woman off with a face like a demon, as she is. And when even that failed to curb her anger, she stomped on the ground over and over again, so forcefully that it seemed she might break through the floor. Then, after seeming to come back to her senses for just a second, she suddenly froze her last breathing and asked Maria,
Maria, そのウサギの音楽隊はマリアの大切なお友達?
Why are you asking her that?
そう、4人もお友達がいてよかったわ。
Yeah, that's cool. As she said that, Rosa took one of the rabbits from Mari's hand. Then she shoved it in front of Mari's eyes so she could see it very well. It was a cute little doll, like a chess piece of a rabbit holding a trumpet. She slowly lifted it into the air. She's gonna throw it, isn't she? Of course, Maria's and Sakutaro's eyes also followed it. Oh no. Oh god, I can't. And then with a speed that the eye couldn't follow, she hurt it against the wall. Really? She had half imagined that this worst possible thing might happen, so she instantly realized what had been done. So Maria let out a short, despairing scream. It was in pieces. It had been small and sturdy, but not enough to accept her mother's fierce rage.
ママの言うことをちゃんと聞かないから一つ壊れちゃったわ。
Someone shoot her.
今後ママの言うことを守らないたびにまた一つ壊すからね。
You think this gonna help her?
覚えておきなさい。あなたそんなことするなんて母親ですか?
Yeah, tell her.
そんなことしてお嬢さんが傷つかないと思ってるんですか? マリアが傷つく? 私も傷ついているのよ。
Really? Really? Oh, the nerves!
私の傷は誰が責任取ってくれるのよ。
Come off it, my good man.
誰が? あんたは黙っててって言ってるでしょ。
やめてママ。悪いのはマリア。おばさんを怒らないで。マリアは悪くないよ。僕が悪いの。
Okay, she's now on like number one hate list. I think I would sympathize more with Beatrice in this game more than this woman.
マリアを怒らないで。うりゅうりゅうりゅうりゅうりゅう。
Is Maria saying that?
そのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろって言ったでしょ。だいたいね、気持ち悪いのよ。ぬいぐるみがお友達ってあんた今年でいくつよ。何歳よ。こんなの布と綿の気持ち悪い下手くそなぬいぐるみじゃない。こんなのしか友達いないのはあんた。こんな化け物のぬいぐるみとお友達ごっこしてる暇があったらちゃんとした人間の友達を作りなさいよ。
Yeah, so easy. Just go make friends. Yeah, very easy.
なんであなたにはいつまでもお友達ができないのよ。そうなんだからいつまでもクラスで変わり者扱いされてバカにされて。
That's true, but do you really need to deliver the message this way?
ほんとしっかりしていい加減にして。こんなぬいぐるみ遊びもう卒業しちゃってよ。
うりゅう
だからそのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろって。
Oops, sorry.
ママ返して。サキ太郎返して。うりゅう
What is she doing? She punching the door? Mama grabbed hold of Sakutaro's head and snatched him from me. Then she smashed him against the wall over and over.
やめろっつってんのよ。そのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろっつってんでしょ。こんなぬいぐるみがあるから。
I respect the integrity of Maria to still doing the voice.
だからあんたはいつまでも友達を作らないのよ。だから一人だけクラスで浮いてておかしな子扱いされるんでしょうが。こんなぬいぐるみあげなきゃよかった。こんな気持ち悪いぬいぐるみあげなきゃよかった。
やめてー。サクタロ返して、サクタロ返して。サクタロはマリアのお友達なの。親友なの。サクタロさえいれば他には何もいらない。だから返して、返して。
This will be very awkward for the welfare officer right now. For some reason, my frantic request just added oil to the fire of Mama's anger. As I pulled on Sakutaro trying to take him back, Mama pushed my arm aside, and in a bizarre way, she stuck her fingernails on both hands, deep into Sakutaro, twisting him. Oh no. Oh no. The lace scarf which I had carefully wrapped for him every day came undone and fell to the floor. Sakutaro, who had been so precious to me. He was crumpled, twisted, torn at with fingernails so much. She was twisted in pain, his face grimacing so sadly. Then Mama's fingernails found a stitch on the neck and tore it. With the fingernails of both hands, she tore him apart. Oh no. Right in front of her kids? That's gruesome. In that instant, Sakutaro's yellow cloth and the cotton inside burst apart. It looked almost like moist cotton candy.
リアクタロマリアサクタロおリュクタロおタロ
The crumpled yellow cloth and the cotton candy that was falling out were thrust right in front of my eyes. Then through Mama's face, the evil being stated it clearly.
サクタロウは死んでしまいました。
Oh no. Lady Maria's pure white heart torn asunder. His broken vessel can only be regenerated by Losa, the master who made him. However, Losa disposed of all the vessel scraps and even lost the sewing pattern. On top of this, because his assistants were denied by the Meister herself, resurrecting him is impossible. With the Meister's death in 1986, his resurrection was lost forever. Resurrecting him is impossible. Impossible even for the endless rich Beatrice. Oh. Interesting that she's still normal at the latest conference. Mapaden biscuit. Ikugoki Kutaro Sakutao Ignite. What am I reading? Ooh. Wow! 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 Oh god. Kudaro. Sakudaro. Wow!
マリア。マリア。泣くんでない。
ベアトリーチェ！ベアトリーチェ！
サク太郎は良き友人であった。そなたがそれを忘れぬ限り、常にそなたと共にある。だから泣くんでない。
生き らせて。ベアトはいろんな魔法が使えるんだもんね。
Well, sorry, he's not sold on stores.
サク太郎だって生き返らせられるよね。
This ain't Halloween candy, みこんまん。
それは無論作太郎がわらわの家具だったならそれもたやすい。しかし作太郎はそなたの家具だ。わらわにそれは難しい。
難しいってことは無理じゃないんだよね。生き返らせて。無限の魔法で生き返らせて。
実はな、作太郎のよりしろはローザの手作りのぬいぐるみであったろ。そのローザが作太郎を否定した。母にその生を許されなかった命は存在できぬのだ。
You're just making things up as you go along, huh? Beatrice's words were feeble because she knew that no matter what the excuse, it would be enough to calm Maria and make her accept it. But she had to communicate the painful truth to her disciple and close friend. She had to tell her the fact that even with all of her own magic, even she could not revive Sakutaro.
そなたが作太郎の存在を強く信じる限り、その魂が消え去ることはない。だからマリア、どうか悲しむな。今もほら、すぐそこで作太郎が微笑んでいると信じるのだ。
サク太郎は生き返らせてくれなきゃ
諦めよ。作太郎を蘇らせる魔法はない。そしてそれでもなお作太郎がそなたの親友であり続けることを強く信じよ。その力が魔法となる。
そんなの魔法じゃない。魔法じゃない。サク太郎が生き返らなきゃ嫌だ。ママの手作りだからダメなの。どうしてママはサク太郎を作ったの？マリアにプレゼントするためじゃないの？マリアのお友達にするためじゃないの？なのになんでママは自分で作って自分で壊したの？どうしてママは自分で産んで自分で壊そうとするの？わかんないわかんない。
Me too.
ママが憎いよ。ママが憎い。
Me too.
悔しい悔しい悲しい悲しい。サク太郎がそうされたようにママをねじり上げてやりたい。
Okay, I'm getting creepy and creepy.
爪を立てて引き裂いて布地と綿にしてやりたい。悔しいよ悔しいよベアトリーチェ。サク太郎。
From the darkness behind Mari's back, two massive jet black arms crept out. Okay, let this be the cliffhanger then, because it's very late. So, let's edit here for now. Oh wow, it's a very heavy episode today. Did not expect the feel in this stream, but here we are. But anyway, with that, allow me to edit here for today. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you the next time. Please take care of yourselves and goodbye. And don't be like Losa.